to we are ready to rock, and day 2 is in yellow t-shirts, and that is what we are talking about. We are global talent.
We are global talent.
We are global
talent.
We are global.
Oh my God. Yes. Powerful picture.
It's one dream, one team, one team, one passion. You broke this. Radisson Delhi Airport, India. Second day of DNA of leadership. We got the power. Well, talent. We got global talent. We are global talent. We are global talent. We are global talent. Wait.
Balle.
Yes! Roadmap. Success. One dream, one team, one passion. One dream, one team, one passion. Global talent. We are global talent. We are global talent.
And post-baccalaureate degrees in America. And then he got me to rock. So
we will
send
just
me back.
No, we'll just make one this thing at least with her,
yeah.
and then
Right.
tomorrow she can pick up the check.
That's what we can do here also.
This makes
मेरे से भी सुनते थे ना वहाँ पे माथुर सर या वो सब वो कहते थे यार.
Very good to see you. Very bright, handsome, beautiful faces around. Give a big round of applause for yourself. I have again with me Achan, Indarula, Captain Kap, Sabaj Kap, and I have with me Achan PA. These two people make big difference to my lives. You see, I am in the center at 60. Right is 70, left is 80. And the beauty is, we are young by heart, we are young by action, we are young by discipline, we are young by agility, we are young by bonding, we are young by communication, we are young by dedication, we are young by engagement, we are young by flexibility, we are young by genuineness, we are young by happiness, we are young by involvement, we are young by joyness, we are young by knowledge, we are young by love, we are young by motivation, we are young by nurturing, and we are young by optimism, we are young by passion, OPS, OPR, we are young by richness and romance, we are young by strength, we are young by talent, we are young by uniqueness, we are young by vibrancy, we are young by Youngistan, and we are young by zeal. Give a big round of applause for all of you. We're young this morning, ladies and gentlemen, very important day for all of us. Lot of things we did yesterday. Hari Om was the big hit, and Kiran Ma'am was a big hit, and three of us were thinking we were also in the room. But today is our day.
Absolutely,
3:45,
absolutely.
and then 3:45, man, we have 6 CHROs coming in and complimenting and taking this forward. I feel sorry about the t-shirt size of some of the people, because 44 is not available. My sincere apologies, and that means you have to do something on your body.
That means, sir, you have to arrange some bigger sizes also.
Yeah, bigger sizes we should have, but I think something is to be done to reduce your tummy. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Very important. No stress, no strain. Get into understanding that there is a need for taking care of health as well. So, before we start, so let's get into this beautiful song, and then we can start. And you can sing with me. I'm a bathroom singer, but I don't care. You may laugh at me. I enjoy my song. Voice. एक स्टैंजा का मीनिंग है फॉर दिस डीएनए ऑफ लीडरशिप. चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहाँ गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार भरे. चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहाँ गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार भरे. एक ऐसे गगन के तले. These terms are very important. Those are the terms are very important for all of us. सूरज की पहली किरण से आशा का संदेशा जागे. सूरज की पहली किरण से आशा का संदेशा जागे. चंदा की किरण से खुलकर घर को अंधेरा भागे. चंदा की किरण से कर घोर अंधेरा भागे. कभी धूप खिले कभी छाँव मिले लंबी सी गगन खले जहाँ गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार भरे. एक ऐसी गगन के तले. You're getting messages as a reader. Second stanza, very important. जहाँ दूर नजर दोहराए आजाद गगन लहराए. जहाँ दूर नजर दोहराए आजाद गगन लहराए. जहाँ रंग बिरंगे पंछी आशा का संदेशा लाए. जहाँ रंग बिरंगे पंछी आशा का संदेशा लाए. सपनों में कली हंसती हो कली जहाँ शाम सुहानी गले. जहाँ गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार भरे. एक ऐसी गगन के तले. Next things are important for our relationship. with body orientation. सपनों के ऐसे जहां में जहां प्यार ही प्यार छुपा हो हम जाके हो जाए शिकवा न कोई गिरा हो कोई बैर न हो कोई बैर न हो सब मिल चलते चले जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार करे चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहाँ हम भी ना हो आंसू भी ना हो बस प्यार ही प्यार करे एक ऐसे गगन के तले किशोरदा के लिए Kishorda, you have been the legend of this country and the global world. What a powerful song. 3 key messages. One message. What message you got from the song?
Hope.
Hope. What message you got from the song?
Optimism.
Optimism. What message you got from the song?
After darkness, there is always light.
After darkness is always light. What message you got? Your team, yeah, anyone.
Yeah, message with light actually takes out the darkness.
Absolutely. What message you got? Happiness. What message you got?
Zeal and enthusiasm.
Zero.
No complaints.
No complaints. No shikwa. No gela.
Look from
No shikwa. No. Partners, man. Vendor supplier, man. Vendor customer, man. Boss subordinate, man. Husband wife, man.
Sustainability.
Huh?
You measure sustainability.
Absolutely. Everybody talks about sustainability.
No judgment.
Foresightedness.
Foresightedness. That is the power of our song. So I'm starting a very optimistic note that today is going to be a great day. The universe is giving us back. The universe gives us back. Unfortunately, it's normally a 3-day program. We don't have more time. And otherwise, I'll show you a movie where we talk about how the universe gets us back. But this message of Kaliyum was very powerful. You start working, the universe builds stuff. Disruptions have happened. And he evolved himself. He resolved, he did mistakes. And he challenged the status quo and he did a game changer. So that is the beauty of life. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the first. Yesterday when we were talking about the Gautam Buddha, and Acharya and Acharya is going to add on this. So when you look at Buddha, we come from Thailand.
Yes.
Buddha came from India to Thailand. Thailand and India has a very strong connection. When you look at Buddha, so I'm going to share with you Buddha's 3 eyes. Finance or business development. So this control is policy. So you are to be responsible for your actions. You have to have ownership of your actions. Also, while you are performing, you need to take decision making. Second is decision making. Whatever job you are doing, in that job, you are responsible for your decisions. Problem solving decision making is your accountability and responsibility in whatever you are. We fail to identify problems, and that is why we fail in making decisions. And we get scared. No. Decision making is your responsibility. This is the responsibility. This is the core capability of the manager and leader. You're just fulfilling the requirements of the job. There's nothing great you are doing under this first hire program. This hire teaches us that I have a job role, I have to take ownership of my actions, I have to make correct decisions, and I have to lead my team, myself, to ensure this job is done. Nothing great. That's your role. कोई कमाल नहीं है. You are maintaining your job. Can you put it on this? First, maintain. You can have an issue of performance, and there could be a separation, or there could be a basic job नहीं कर पा रहे boss. नहीं कर रहा basic job. So Gautam Buddha's first eye is just maintaining what you are supposed to be doing. Nothing great has been done. Don't think that you have done anything great. Just achieving, what's that? Maintaining your job.
Dr. Bakshi.
Yes, sir. Give the mic.
No,
Yes,
it's
give the mic.
okay. I should be loud enough today.
I love it.
Coming back, sir.
Achar was not here yesterday.
No.
I must have to hear. Okay, Achar. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
My
Keep
question.
ready. Keep ready. Give the mic, please. Yeah.
My question, we have seen many organizations where authority is not delegated. When the authority is not delegated, decision making is delegated. Now when you have no authority to make decision, how do you deal with that in this phrase of first eye of Lord Buddha, control management, very control, very tight.
Can we give a big round of applause to my own friends, Sanjay and Rudy? Give a big round of applause. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So on behalf of the participant, I'm asking you a question. In a control environment, you're not given the authority to make decision. Everything has to go back to the big boss. How do you deal with that, sir?
How do we deal with that?
How do you tell that person, the top management, the owner, hey, delegation, not only of responsibility, but also of the authority so that we can move ahead?
In order to maintain your job, when you are not being delegated and empowered, मंदिर में जब जाते हैं घंटी बजाते सुनता है प्रणाम करते हैं टाइम मैं तो 11 बार करता हूँ आदत है बचपन से हमारी संस्कृति है 11 बार मंदिर में मेरे बाप ने बोला था मेरी माँ ने बोला 11 बार you have to go. You have to tell your boss, this is my basic job. And please understand, to maintain the basic job, in case you don't go to your boss and actually push him to empower you, then you cannot do your job. So you have to make him to understand, you have to sit down. And this can happen only when you sit down, and make him to understand that this is going to be an objective of this organization will not be moving forward. Have the courage of conviction to do it. आप कहेंगे यार मेरी कैसे कहूँगा लाला जी को मेरे बॉस को मेरी नौकरी है. Risk taking ability is very important for you. I had मेरे को लोग कहते थे तुम हमेशा गर्दन पे तलवार लेके चढ़ते हो कभी भी नौकरी जा सकती है ऐसे लोग नो प्रॉब्लम मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ भगवान ने दिया है. And I used to go to my boss and I used to say, listen, this is not possible. I won't be able to meet my objective. You have to help me to do that.
And probably you would want to take, you would be in the position to take decisions. What if the other person is not even, doesn't want it or probably doesn't want to let go of that role?
So that means he doesn't want you in the company. Yeah. Period.
But
Then you have to think about it.
What if that's a common problem with all the team members? It's not about one person. That means does he, probably he wants that everybody from the team should leave?
You don't know, there are people who live as a team also. The point you have to go back, and in case you see there's no alignment, that means there's an issue of culture, probably guys do not want you in the company, and then you have to decide about your.
Probably you're not wanted in the company and you have to look for a job. But you know, because people have been handling that particular role for
It
so
can
many
be
years.
extreme, which I am saying, but then when you again and again go disaster of this particular job and this objective, all human beings will listen to you. मैं यही कहता हूँ एक्सट्रीम पे जाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. हम लोग कम्युनिकेट नहीं करते हैं. We don't go back. We have a fear of failure. I am not addressing that you should leave the job. Please don't take me wrong. What I am trying to address here is we have a fear of failure to go back. Fear. उस fear को आपको तोड़ना है. वो जिस शीशा है ना इसको break करो. Go back once, twice, thrice. I can assure you the most difficult boss will support you.
Sometimes in those circumstances, someone has to take charge. And I read in the medicine book, in fact, I've been inspired that way. I actually someone has to take charge. If management or the superior also sometimes doesn't delegate you, so you have to show the path. You have to by way of discussion, try to convince and pursue the issue. And obviously, the higher management and top management used to listen.
I think that can be over communication. People talk to me, my kids talk to me. Papa, too much of communication is also bad. I'm telling you in front of you. That's my style. Communication is very important in the corporate world when I'm talking about it. We stop, we withdraw, we feel scared. Don't feel scared. Go communicate once, twice, thrice. The most difficult person of your life is going to support you. You may have assurance देना चाहिए. But what we do is normally in this particular thing, we feel scared when we don't do it. पता नहीं क्या बोलेगा. मेरी नौकरी जाएगी. आजकल कोविड है. आजकल रिसेशन है. एक चीज याद रखना लाइफ में. Remember all leaders here. खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तदबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. Make yourself so strong. Even the boss will say, what do you need in life? What do you need in life? What do you need in life? But you have got to be that dynamic. You have got to have that risk-taking ability. You have got to be genuine. कोई गलत एजेंडा नहीं होना चाहिए पीछे. Genuineness of a leader is no गलत एजेंडा. So therefore, when you are taking this step, मंदिर में घंटी बजानी पड़ेगी. अगर हवा ये आग बुझ गई है तो उसको मिट्टी का तेल डालना पड़ेगा. Unless you do that, you will not be able to perform your basic job. So I am still coming to that thing. Yes, sir. I am still coming to that thing. Only basic job you are maintaining. The moment you go down on the basic job, Raju, idhar aa. Idhar aa, बोल के. This is my pilot in India. वो थाईलैंड में रह के एक हॉक नहीं है, एक रेड लाइट क्रॉस नहीं करते. रेड लाइट पे रुकते हैं ऐसे बढ़ते हैं. आप चलिए उसके बाद में कहीं हॉक अगर एक हॉक हो गई क्या होगा. अब इतने सालों से मेरे पास एक हॉक नहीं कर सकता. बेसिक जॉब. हेलो. Not a single honk. He will never cross any red light. मेरी बहू है इंडियन कैनेडियन अभी आई थी. तो पापा Raju is the best. He was with we were in Bangkok. He was with her when they were child. थे उसके साथ. इसकी आदत है. बेसिक जॉब की. पूछो हम करता है. even to drive up to Hyderabad or up to Jaipur, रास्ता कहाँ भी चलो, कहाँ drive करते हैं, एक हॉक में maintaining. The moment he does that, his basic job can be done. And he is my pride. I call him my lifeline. Am I right? I have two lifelines. One is Brahmadev, who cooks for me and maintains my office, gives me sometimes a Kashmiri tea. He also gives Kashmiri tea. He is not giving me Kashmiri tea for me. मेरी lifeline है. But basic job से नीचे नहीं कभी हॉक नहीं करेगा. अच्छा नहीं? You saw it?
Yes, absolutely.
कभी रेड लाइट क्रॉस नहीं करेगा. कोई चालान नहीं होगा, कोई हॉकिंग नहीं होगी. एक दिन मैं खुद रहता रहा था नोएडा में, तो एक लेडी, आप हॉर्न क्यों नहीं बजाते? मैंने कहा मैं नहीं बजाता, आप जरा चलिए ना, मुझे फिर ये पागल आदमी है. कहते हॉक करो मेरे को भी. He is maintaining his job, basic job, and communication is good. He will communicate to me. He will. Even my wife is in Canada. उसको वहाँ Canada में WhatsApp करेगा. Bangkok से आए तो arrival हो गया. Sir मैं already आ चुका हूँ. कौन सा voice message on WhatsApp? क्या? एक दिन पहले सर मुझे पता है कहाँ मैं. Maintaining his job. I am just giving you an example of a live example of life. Lying Emery. Give a big round of applause for that. Grow with grace and gratitude.
We have a question here.
Let me get my
Yeah.
notes here.
Yeah, one more.
Okay, please.
हिंदी में बोल रहे हैं
Yes, sir. Hindustani.
विक्टोरा
Oh.
मैं 98 में ज्वाइन किया विक्टोरा. तो आपकी बातें सुन के अपना बैकग्राउंड जा रहा था, लाइक हाउ आई फील एंड हाउ फ्रॉम डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स, लाइक ऑफ यू आर स्पीकिंग ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग, लीडिंग एंड टेकिंग द ओनरशिप, डेलीगेशन. 98 में we were doing like 1 crore a month, 1 crore a month. Now we are doing around 150 crore a month. So
1 crore to 150 crores.
yeah.
Yeah.
So बात करें अपनी जर्नी की. I started as a fresh engineer in my company.
Wow.
Now I am senior vice president purchase.
Wow.
So how I reached this level, और बहुत सारे झगड़े भी हुए लाला जी के साथ, ओनर्स के साथ. लेकिन जो आपने भी बात कही कि अपने काम को छीनना हमसे, डेलीगेशन देना या लेना. कई बार बहुत सारे, मतलब आई ट्रैवल्ड ऑल अराउंड वर्ल्ड, बीइंग इन परचेज एंड प्रोडक्शन, एंड वी आर डूइंग एक्सपोर्ट्स आल्सो. I remember I went to him maybe 20 years before as a freshman. Sir, I want to go to Japan. He said, why? I want to learn this Maruti person comes to us, single piece flow system. So he just gave me, okay, you go, I am with you. I went there and stayed 15 days and learned how to have single piece flow in Toyota and all. तो ये चीजें जो आप बता रहे हैं कि अपना काम को, अपने डेलीगेशंस को देना और उनसे लेना, that is a very important thing. I think so we all should do. रादर अब ये फील हो रहा है कि उन्होंने तो मेरे को दे दी, लेकिन मैं अपने सबऑर्डिनेट्स को उतना नहीं दे पा रहा जितना उन्होंने मेरे को दी. That we have to do. I think so. That's a great learning.
Very good example. Please come here. Can you come here? Can you come here, please? Let me start sharing something around the crowd. And please share. I'm going to meet your Sardarji in any case because so much you wanted me to meet him. I said week starting from 19th December, I will be able to meet him. All the best for your
That it is easy to give responsibility. Any manager would love to give responsibility that these are the things you need to take care of. But it is not so easy to give that power to the subordinate, right? So that's where I'm coming from, that even if I work,
Sir, please. Let's listen to her.
yeah, so even if, I'm taking care, you said you do your work properly, take care of your job responsibility, I'm doing all that. But despite of doing all that, that power is not given to me. And the only solution you are telling is that you please go and talk to the boss again and again and again.
Communication.
What if even then, because that person has been looking after that role for like say 20 years, he doesn't want to let go of that power. How do you deal with that?
Again, I am saying, go back. I call it hammering effect. When you keep hammering anything, it will come to you. And again, I go back. Extreme सॉल्विंग के बाद आपको नहीं हो रहा है, फिर आप चले जाओ.
You have to find
फायदा नहीं है.
this way or that.
अगर इतने सालों के बाद
Apply to her with an example.
No, you can exactly. Because finally then you need to go. फिर आप you are wasting your time. You are stressing yourself. You are wasting your career. एक स्ट्रेस करेगा अपने आप को और तो भी वहाँ पे एक कंपनी अरे यार क्या बताऊँ मैं. We had expats as a global HR director in Thailand. And I will give a right example. तो बंदे बैठे हैं 20-20 साल से 10-10 साल से. Expat बैठे हुए. एक नया चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट मैंने हिंदुस्तान से लाया. उसको इतना पागल बना दिया लोगों ने. कहाँ ज्वाइन कर दिया, पागल है. वो रात को घर आया. वो कहते सर ये भी बता रहे, ये भी बता रहे. मैंने कहा जरा पूछो कितने साल हो गए इसी जॉब में, इसी कंट्री में, वो बच्चे कहाँ पढ़ रहे हैं. मैंने कहा जाके पूछो और तुम भी जरा पता करो, उसके बाद मेरे पास आ जाना. अदरवाइज फ्लाइट बुक करूँगा, डिपोर्ट करूँगा हिंदुस्तान में. उसका नाम है SP गुप्ता. आज वो अल्बामा में 3 कंपनियों का CFO है. जिस वन स्टेट मैंने कहा उनसे पूछ लेना जो तुम्हें कह रहे हैं ना गंदी कंपनी में आए हो, जिस कंपनी में आप खा रहे हो उसी को शेयर करो. I got my 2 sons studied global education only because I went to that company as an expat global HR director. मेरी वाइफ की कल आई थी ना, कानून में जो गोल्ड है ना उसका पैसा उसी से निकला है. आज जो मैं खड़ा हूँ ना, और I am talking about proud, my children are globally educated, that money has come from that company. And I must be thankful to that company, to Gillette, Luxor, Parker, wherever I have worked. So, अगर ये नहीं होता, मेरा अपना पैशन था, I had to leave, I would have been much more richer. अगर ये नहीं होता तो आज मैं यहाँ नहीं होता. और अगर आपको स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, yeah, are you married? How many years? 10 years. Good relationship. Am I right? But in today's thing, you should just see within 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, I cannot live with her, or I cannot live with him. It's too much. We are not able to connect. Separation. हम तो अपनी बीवी के साथ 34 साल से रहे ग्लोबल वर्ल्ड में. तो कहते आर यू लिविंग विद द सेम वुमन लास्ट 34 years? I say fortunately or unfortunately yes. Please understand what I am trying to tell you. Then you have to separate. You want your example?
I started with my first company in March 2000. So I was sent to South India for business development, dealer training program, and so many programs were designed exclusively to use the new team which joined the company. So my purpose was only to give training and to organize some demonstrations and all. But I still used to ask the trade partners how do we increase business, because going from here from Alsa to South India, I could find some penetration gaps. So it went on for 2, 3, 4 months, and I started thinking that nobody is caring for the new team. But when I came back after 4 months, there was a national sales conference, and my president called me, and he address the entire team that this man was sent to that particular territory and this was not part of his job, but he still kept on checking how we can increase business, what exactly can be done. So I'm just trying to tell her that if you are doing something with your full agility, don't think that nobody other than your boss is looking at it, and you will not get your rightful power.
You will sooner or
You
later.
may get that.
Sooner or later.
Yes, I also agree that there are bosses who live in fear that if I delegate everything, कल को मैं ही कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि मुझे इस कंपनी से बाहर हो
ये ज़्यादा बड़ा
जाए।
होगा।
ऐसे कई सारे बॉसेस अपने लाइफ में देखे होंगे, बट अगर आप अपना काम कर रहे हो तो ऊपर कहीं ना कोई देख रहा होता है, and you will be recognized.
हाँ, वो तो
That is for sure.
You will be recognized for sure and hammering it. अब देखो डीके बख्शी की कंपनी है, ये बनाई है हमने, टी शर्ट नहीं बनाई है, ये मेरा टीम है, सामने बता रहा हूँ, इट्स अ फीडबैक टू माय टीम. All of you got the t-shirt yesterday? All the panelists were coming, उनके घरों पे t-shirt पहुंच गई है. Yesterday everybody got t-shirt. DK Bakshi did not get the t-shirt. मैं तो एम्पावर किया था, डेलीगेट किया था, सब उनके घरों तक पहुंचा था. अब मैं मालूम इनको क्या है, मैं तो हंस के बोला रात को. Everybody got a t-shirt except DK Bakshi. वो लड़की अनुषी नहीं सर यहाँ पे मिलेगी, तो मैं पुरानी येलो ही पहन के आया, वो गाड़ी में बैठी वहाँ पे रास्ते में मिल जाए में, जैसे ये नहीं है क्योंकि उसमें पीछे कुछ और लिखा था, हमने ये नया. This is a learning for them, but I cannot shout at them. 19 को जब तक वापस ऑफिस आऊँ, 19 से बिजी हूँ, I will take a class of what went wrong, what went right, what went right. I'll give a pat, what went wrong. I'll say next time it will not be to be tough. You have to be assertive. छोड़ा नहीं है आपको. That's what your role is. So similarly, boss can.
So actually, please wait.
Oh, he's first.
Good morning, everyone. So my question is related to setting who are already existing leaders and some other growing leaders. Meeting in an organization always goes in a group, where the top management is having sitting all together and where they decide, where they brainstorm and they decide. And when those decisions are being made, then the N-1 people may not be happy. Then how to deal with that conflict? Basically, when you were mentioning that communication is the main key, that what we are making the decision, we must communicate. After the communication also, that N-1 or down the level people are still not convinced with that the leaders which are actually trying to make the things go on in a smooth way are making those decisions. So I want to understand that how to maintain that conflict and manage that conflict.
Acha.
Yes, if I understand your question.
Give the mic to him.
You know, this manager would like to involve the people, and in the involvement, before making the decision, you may have, let us say, 40% disagreeing and 60% agreeing. And the 40% who disagree may not support the action that you would be taking. Am I right? How to deal with that? You know, that's a very important question. The Japanese style of management, they need a consensus. Period. They just need a consensus. They will sit down for hours, for days after days, just to make sure that they convince the 40% who disagree. Now, us people, we are in a hurry to make decision. So we take a vote. In Japan, no voting. In Sweden, no voting. Once there is a consensus, once everybody agreed, what happened? The action phrase will move like fire. Everything will be done very quickly. So we need to be patient in the beginning to make sure that that 40% of disagreement is kept down to the minimum. If possible, nothing. When there is a consensus, the world is yours.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of time. You're going to waste a lot of time.
Beautiful.
But in the action phrase, you will win. And I like to introduce also a concept of, yes, who would guess what would I like to introduce here? It's about leadership. Total quality management, yes, that's part of it, but let me give it. So, a good leader, a good manager will always adapt, shift to make sure that his team, his members will be happy. On the contrary of this, I'll come back to you, sir. On the contrary of this, of situational leadership, we call situational employees. What does that mean? The leaders that come on will be different, especially for organizations that are globally located. You know, managers come in and go every 2 years, and each managers will have their own style. Each of the people working within the company will have to adapt and change and make sure that they get the things done and they fit into the style of the manager that just coming new. Can you imagine having a leader that is being changed every 2 years? He is very democratic. He involves people. He gets everyone participating in the decision making. And then after 2 years, you have someone who is autocratic, totally opposite. How do you do with that? How do you survive? How do you get things done? What do you have to do? Big question mark. But then you have to get things done. So again, coming back to Dr. Bakshi, hammering, getting things done. 2 years again, change. He is not democratic. He is not autocratic. He is in the middle. What do you do? So be smart. As a leader has to be smart in managing his people, you have to be smart in managing your leaders and boss.
We'll come to that in who am I?
Yes.
So therefore, I think we need to close this control management because then only we will be taking next level of excellence. Second point, we talk about commitment towards organization and mission. 1 by 6, 0, 7, 0. 12 kiya, 7, so what mission you have created? And third one is Kaizen. Continuous improvement. Kaizen. Because Kaizen continuous improvement. Kaizen. Every day improve upon what you are doing. Before and after. मैडम जाना पड़ेगा before and after. Maintain your health. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy to you. Because you have got to go to Kaizen in your health, in your wealth, in your job, in your career. Kaizen. Then only this incremental management, and then only I will say under the KR or KPI, you will get it. Otherwise, normal job there, inflation go down, nothing will be appreciated. Otherwise, you may not get even included. You are not wrong. You are not working on the mission. You are not growing your team. Step by step, moving forward. We talked about this thing when I joined the company, 1994. I was interviewed by a great man, again a great mentor for me. So I went to him for an interview. He said, "Oh, you're DK Bachi?" I'm DK Jain. मुझे नोएडा में घर है, उसने जब घर बनाया, उसी ने हवन किया, मैंने नहीं किया। उषा जैन ने किया, DK जैन ने किया। So when he selected me, he said, मेरा ब्रदर है अमेरिका में, वो आएगा 2 महीने के बाद, वो 2-3 घंटे लगाएगा, वो FMS का पढ़ा हुआ है। तो मेरे लिए आज से आप मेरे बन गए, और I became so powerful in that company. DKB is first, DKJ is later. बख्शी साहब, मोदी फ्लोर मिल से बाहर फेंक दो, मोदी फ्लोर में पूरी दादागिरी थी हमारी। became number one in the writing instrument industry in the country. Luxor, Parker, Pilot, paper mill. Why? Because that man who was still on the चौकटी मार के जो पेन बना रहा था उसका विजन था एक दिन मैं पार्कर बनाऊंगा और जिस दिन पार्कर बनाया मुझे मैंने गाना लगाया आंखों में आंसू आ गया आप कहता बख्शी साहब ने क्या कर दिया पूजा पायल पंकज children I will not say about today what that company has done you should have not lost that man great man of the country first 100 taxpayers of the country. We built that company so strongly when I wanted to leave, एक साल बाद नहीं किया. Finally एक साल के बाद मेरे को रिलीज किया. सीधा मैं जाने नहीं दिया. ऐसे करेंगे सारे हमारे HR डायरेक्टर्स आए थे. क्यों जा रहे? So that man who was a Lala, Indian Lala, I changed his style. It came on the big newspaper on business transact. Luxor Parker destroyed. He told me, can you get a Bachchan for Parker? Yes. So Jai said, Bachchan had a breakfast with him. You have to be beyond thinking yourself. Incremental. कौन आना चाहता है? I am Ahmedabad का मनोज कुमार was my marketing director. He had no guts to get. I'm telling you openly, he had no guts to get a Bachchan. I raised the hand. I went to Dilip Doshi. I am a cricketer. Siddiqui Saab is a cricketer. Wanji खेल रहा हूँ. So we used to run corporate cricket tournament in Delhi. Luxor Park and New Holland. How can you get Amitabh Bachchan? What money? He said, don't worry. He had one time only he said, what I paid him nobody will know in the world till now. Nabar से भी, ICI से भी फोन आया कितना पैसा दिया, किसी को पता नहीं हमने क्या दिया. उसने बोला बख्शी साहब, I was handling that. I went beyond incremental, beyond my normal job to raise hands. I can get Amitabh Bachchan, which was not role of HR. Incremental, and we launched Parker in the country. Beyond, incremental. This is what I am saying. When you go consistent growth, commitment towards organization, continuous improvement on what you are doing. And I told same thing, Mr. Chan. I said, you are hiring me. First is my designation should be HRD, not personal administration. Till that I was personal administration. He said, HRD Saab. And I was known as HRD Saab in the company. 94 की बात कर रहा हूँ. HRD का concept नहीं. मैंने कहा दूसरा चीज है सर, मैं टाइम कीपिंग, कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स, लाइसेंस, पीएफ, पीएसआई का काम नहीं करूँगा, यूनियन का काम नहीं करूँगा, रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अकाउंटेबिलिटी मेरी होगी, कराऊंगा किसी और से, मेरी ओर देख ले. वीर जी got astonished. ना यूनियन खराब होने की, ना लाइसेंस खराब होने की, लोगों से कराया. कहते फिर आप क्या करोगे? People development. That is where the career changed. I took a new initiative. Incremental management in your role, going beyond your role, thinking about continuous growth, continuous improvement, Kaizen. जब हम पॉलिसी फॉर हुआ करता था, जब मैंने एक्सकॉम बनाया जिसका मैं एक्सकॉम में जब घुसता था ना, जैसे सर सॉलिसिटर डेयरी मैनेजमेंट एसोसिएशन. Had I not left the country, I would have been the president of Delhi Management Association. Ladies and gentlemen, when you start doing this, Anushi, you should give my cards to everybody, you know, right now. When I went to Thailand in 2003, incremental, within 15 days, I used to write here on HR career and accept. Within 1 month, the Bank of Post, हमारा बंदा पीछे बैठ गया, अभी हो गया 20 साल से एक कंपनी में हूँ. आज की डेट में very good, I can say that. मैंने भी 10 साल के बाद एक 4 कंपनी चेंज की, 5, 10. When you really love what you do and you're being recognized. And when you're getting what you want to deliver, you're getting freedom, you're getting liberty, you're getting recognition. Not, and they are not beaters, they are not even developed orders, they are modern ideas. That is not an issue.
But sir, I have a question. Last experience, which is very good. I appreciate your learning, your experience. But in coming scenario, like you have recently said, you have seen the Twitter, Baidu, and all big companies, the way, including Edexo, they produce so many employees. So, do you really think that?
ये चीज़ चाहे रोबोट आएगा, चाहे टेक्नोलॉजी आएगी, चाहे कोई भी चीज़ आएगा, उसके पीछे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस आएगा, ह्यूमन एलिमेंट कहीं नहीं जाएगा।
No, that's correct. But I'm saying that roles are getting shrinking. A lot of job roles will not even exist in future scenarios.
Right now, rest right now. You are getting rested, but I want you to get rested. When you go rest, put the rest. Roles are changing, everything is changing, technology is there. वहाँ गया ये आ गया, मैं सब अंदर रस ले जाऊँ। Just your skill set. And that will make you to be possibly there. Otherwise, Ram Naam Satya hai. Robert ने आपका जॉब लिया, आपने अपने आप को अपस्किल नहीं किया, आपने अपने आप को रीस्किल नहीं किया, आपने अपने आप को स्पेशल स्किल नहीं किया, आपने अपने आप को ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव स्किल नहीं किया. Then you gone. It's better to think now. Don't wait for the next 5 years. Please start thinking. What should I do to ensure that I have a job and I maintain the job?
So that's individual perspective. I'm asking what leaders have been involved in this. How the leader can involve.
Leaders are involving every day. Leaders were talking yesterday also. We were talking about scale, and speed. Leaders talk about 3 things today: skill, speed, and scale. Are you ready? Reskill, upskill, special skill, transformative skill, everything. Second, yes. Number 1S. Scale, speed, and skill. Work on the skill, man. What is competency? How do you define competency?
Knowledge, skill, and ability.
Knowledge, skills, and attitude. The more skill and knowledge, no attitude, will you be competent?
No.
No. The less knowledge and less skill but attitude high, will you be competent? Yes. You will pick up the knowledge, you will pick up the skill. Your role is to pick up the skill right away and the new knowledge. This knowledge is knowledge of dollars, knowledge of rupees, knowledge of yen. The more knowledge you have, the more you are paid. In my profession, in this profession, no here and gray hair, no age, I take dollar rate gets increased. Because you are knowledgeable, you have a skill, you have an ability to do it, you will be paid more. लेकिन तो 5 साल रुपये पे भी हम करते हैं किसी ने भी बोला 60,000 लेकिन मैं नहीं करता 60 से कोई लोग सरकार को सर 3 दिन का काम है 180,000 मैं नहीं बोल सकता. I have a rate. I don't go less than my rate. I have a rate with Maruti. I don't go less than my, I have a rate with Panasonic. I don't go less than my rate. Because I am being paid for my knowledge, skills and attitude. I'll give you a training for 5,000 rupees. I have trainers for 5,000 rupees. Maybe मुझे 30,000 मिलते हैं तो 25,000 कमा के देता हूँ उसको, वो भी अनुश्री एक काम करती हूँ. So she gets trainers, we get 25,000, 30,000, we pay 5,000, 10,000, she makes 10 more than that, she अपनी तनख्वाह निकालती है. Your role is to teach. Your role is to ask. Your role is to specialize. Your role is to transfer and ऊपर टोटल. तो तैयार भी हो जाओ. ये मस्त की बात नहीं करो. That's one of the biggest idiots of the world. ये भाई उसकी बात नहीं करो. सुमन रुद्रा मेरे साथ एक लड़का है. एलएनटी में बड़े अच्छा काम कर रहा था. CHRO बन गया. नाम ले रहा हूँ सुमन रुद्रा. CHRO भाई. एलएनटी में बड़े अच्छी पोजीशन पे था. मेरे के प्रोग्राम्स उसने हैंडल किए.
Sir, you are talking about must. I think there must be some good quality also.
He is a great man. He has made good money. But leader का रोल नहीं सिर्फ पैसा बनाना. Leader का रोल है compassion. अरे कल वो बंदा बोल के गया मैं हरिओम बोल के गया कि मुझे it's not your money.
Sir, he has to run the business.
हाँ, but he has to be assertive. But he is not to be. He is not to be destructive. अगर मुझे स्टैक कर दिया फिर चौथे दिन के बाद तुम कहा कि मैं I will employ another 1,000 people.
सर इसमें जब अपन बात करते हैं एजिलिटी की, स्पीड की, तो आप पुराना कंप्यूटर देखते हो बहुत सारा पेंडिंग था सालों से. उसने टेक ओवर किया, सेकंड डे उसने एडिक्शन लॉन्च किया, थर्ड डे उसने पॉलिसी विजन किया. तो ये स्पीड एजिलिटी आज के डेट में होना चाहिए.
होना चाहिए बट अरे यार एक प्रोग्राम है. Agility, speed and ownership in business along with compassion.
बट वो लास्ट 6 मंथ से ट्राई कर रहे थे उसको लॉन्च करने का.
हाँ बट वो क्यों मुझे धंधे में है सिर्फ पैसा बनाने के धंधे में. He is not with people compassionate. अगर agility अगर कोविड में यही होता वैसे आप लोगों की तनख्वाहें मिल गई ना कोविड में. किसी को 50%, किसी जिनको उनसे पूछो, मैं बार बार कहता हूँ उनसे पूछो जिनको those who did not get salaries during COVID, those who were thrown out, उनसे पूछो. But there were people, compassionate people who kept paying salaries to the people. चाहे 1 महीने delay किया, 10 दिन के बाद दिया. These leaders, we cannot give an example of Musk as an authentic leader.
There will be different type of leaders. He is a visionary. What things he has done, he started because he thought of Tesla. So he is a visionary.
He is no doubt.
Compassion may be a weak point for him, but many business leaders are not compassionate. Not everybody is like a Tata group. So there will be different type of leaders.
There will be.
And sometimes agility requires tough decisions also.
No, that's what I'm saying. Agility is not required tough decision. Agility is no tough decision.
It's not only people related. There are other tough decisions also.
Business में tough decision लेने पड़ेंगे.
So because in tech, no, what you need is that you don't need a. Sir, in tech, what you need is, I mean, I'm just referring from a case study that we went through. So in tech, what you need is not perfection. You need to build step by step, which is what even Apple does. They launch Apple, they launch an update 1, 2, 3, they fix the bugs that it moves on.
I will go back to
Twitter, same things happen.
I will go back to 2008. Merrill Lynch.
There were other goof-ups.
No, but there was a total
There was a
goof-up.
governance issue.
That's what. They were total goof-up. And Merrill Lynch gave a disaster to the world. And when I did my MBA in 1981, Merrill Lynch was a case study in my classroom. No more case study of Merrill Lynch. So what I tried to take is that times have changed. Agility is very important in business, not at the cost of human being. जब कोविड अगर ये नहीं सिखाया ऐसे लोग, they will not be respected. Today they may grow. एक चीज याद रखो. Whatever goes up, and those who go fast come down. Second statement. Ram चालू देखिए सेकंड स्टेज में सब के लिए स्टेज पे याद अरे स्टेज पे सुनो look at people स्टेज में बड़ा बात है look at people when you go up but we look at people when you go up you might need them when you go down. Unfortunately, people like this do not look at people when they go up and when they come down, they are not ready to support them. Did you make me that? आपने लगा कि वो कितना चाहिए आपको? मैं करता हूँ, मेरा घर के लिए हो. Right? Hello? Lalaji मुसीबत में है. This man says, "Keep. I have got a property. उसको गिरवी रखो. उसको गिरवी रखो. आपको पैसे की जरूरत है. Live example of an employee-employer relationship. And this is not. Hello? ये ज़बान ही नहीं है. ये story नहीं है. ये fact है. beauty is the fact. वो लाला इसको क्या करेगा? चुनेगा. So when I'm talking about when you look at people, when you go up, you might need them when you go down. Never burn the bridges. Never burn the bridges, even if you leave the company, the boss. ये नालों टेकन की बात कर रहा था. He was a manager in HR, he's CHR. जितने मेरे साथ काम किए वो सारे CHR और डायरेक्टर्स हैं. TVS Chavan, he's COO. He was my assistant manager. आज भी है. बॉम्बे जाता हूँ एयरपोर्ट पे पहुँचा था अशोक प्रियदर्शी वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ एलकम. He was my assistant manager. I never lost touch with my people. And finally he came to my house one day. सर आपका आशीर्वाद चाहिए. मैंने क्या हुआ? सर ये देखो ना क्या हुआ. संत मिश्र ने चिट्ठी दी उसको वहाँ भेजा फिलीपींस. He was my blue-eyed boy. सर क्या करूँगा मैं? चल. मैंने अपने blue-eyed boy को बोला तू जा. मैं नाराज नहीं हुआ. मेरी टीम ने बोला सर पागल मत करो. मैंने कहा इसकी एक अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी जाने दो. मैं बैंकॉक पहुँचा तो आ गया. उसके बाद सर संत मिश्र को बोला मेरे फैमिली में प्रॉब्लम है. मैं वो राइट में दिया. सर को फोन किया. आई दे लाइक दिस. I would like to see you and
Oh, it has 60 visitors, and that is the hospitality industry. And in the hospitality industry, the related industry is phenomenal. After the Second World War, how did the Italian and the Germans come up? SME. They built on the small businesses. So please do not worry. You will be able to do it. Reskill, upskill, special skill that you need in order to have the opportunity to be the entrepreneur, to be your own boss. It's a great opportunity here. Seriously. You know, and many of the people in Thailand are looking at this as an opportunity. 60 million visitors. And each of the visitors is spending almost like $20,000-30,000 staying in Thailand for 4-5 days, even up to $50,000. How much money is being earned and being circulated within the economy? It is unbelievable. It's a huge industry. After the manufacturing at the moment, the income earner GDP, the second income earner for Thais is the tourism. And tourism here is still virgin in India. Very virgin. Capitalize on it. Be the entrepreneur. Think ahead, you know, break through and become your own boss.
And I would like to add, when you are in power of crisis, have power of conviction, have power of courage, have power of change, have power of commitment, have power of care, have power of communication, and last one is what? Power of jumping. This is during COVID, another POCs of mine is on the social media. Crisis आ गई ना? Go to conviction. Now conviction, have the courage, change, communicate, care, and what is next? Commitment and power of champion. Who am I?
I'm a champion.
Who am I?
I'm a champion.
Who am I?
I'm a champion.
Who am I?
I'm a champion.
Who am I?
I'm a champion.
This is my slogan. Who am I? I'm a champion. Who am I? I'm a champion. Who am I? I'm a champion. So last, what did I do?
New skill.
Yeah, because you have never tried that skill, which is totally new, fresh, unknown, unheard of. Sorry? And transformative will be, which will transform your organization as well as you. Transformation 0709, 60% of the job in 30% time. That was the slogan. And I will give more and more examples when we as individuals look at transformation. What do you mean by transformation? Understood? Yeah?
Went beyond HR role and academic approach. That is.
I'm known as Don. I'm known as Don of HR. Sunil Shastri called me Don of HR. HR वाले ये नहीं करते गाना इस क्लास में हंसते हो मेरे ऊपर. So मैं तो enjoy कर रहा हूँ. This is what gives me excitement and I'm making you to understand what excitement is. जिस दिन आप इस YouTube को जब आपके पास YouTube आएगा ना वापस, everybody will get a YouTube full program. कभी देखोगे ना याद आएगा. सपने में आता हूँ. अरे माँ कसम सच बता रहा हूँ. There are people who just you are DK Bakshi ना. Sir, hello. DK Bakshi ना मैंने कहा DK. Sir, in 2004 you came to MHROD and you gave example of where there is a will, there is a deal. Today, sir, I am the vice president. I am working in Netherlands. अब 500 लोग को मुझे कहाँ पता है? Management training है. Next one job. Last one is breakthrough and co-creation. So you are co-creating not only with your employee. Employees ही नहीं थे. Last one आप अपनी job को maintain करोगे. Then आप next level पे increment में जाओगे. Third पे जाओगे. Industry में ना. नहीं, मारुति auto industry थोड़ी देखती है. Maruti engineering will stop in Maruti Suzuki. जब वो कांड हुआ मैडम, I am telling you openly. You know your manufacturing head. मुझे रात को मैंने टेलीविजन पे देखा, बैंकॉक को, मैं पागल हो गया. I used to come every month to do training for Maruti Suzuki. Every month 2 days. 2 days I used to go to LG और न्यू वाले. मैंने पैक किया 15 मिनट में. He's my friend. Maruti is my company where again मेरी वाइफ के गोल्ड है, मेरे बच्चे के एजुकेशन में. I took the next possible flight at 11 p.m. Landed in Delhi airport. I used to stay in Jokaso Inn next to that Japanese hostel. My room number was 113 always. Checked in and then we made that place as our headquarters. And Barkhadat started questioning and I old Barkhadat like this. ऐसे सवाल नहीं कर सकते HR fraternity. And ladies and gentlemen, after that, after 3 months, finally at CII, 3,000 people covered at car plant. We could not. Zanchi was top. उसकी भी एजी हुई. पहले मैं सब हॉस्पिटल में गया, सबसे मेरे यार दोस्त सारे थे. उसके बाद 3 महीने कल हमने शुरू किया. पूजा दीक्षित was my girl. एक ही लड़की थी, इनकी अपनी भी कोई लड़की नहीं थी माने समय उस टाइम. मैं लड़की को लेके गया, मैं तू जा, तू शेयर नहीं है. She was the only girl. And we did 3,000 people. The United Minds respectability and responsibility. And you know during that process, we changed the gears through this umbrella mentoring program, and immediately within 1.5 years, our friend from SPIL, who became supply chain at DK City, they were called boss. Ratan Agrawal was the HR. It's a case study, and we did that also. Then we were supposed to do it at Gurgaon plant. Sir, मन इसलिए दे रहा हूँ, आपको अपनी लाइफ का काम लेना होगा. सवेरे बैठ के चाय जब इकट्ठे पियोगे, हमें याद करोगे, ये को ले जाओ, ये पे ले जाऊँगा. अब किरण मैम के साथ मेरी रिलेशनशिप है, मैं तुमको दस eyes. You are going to be the leader of excellence. You are going to be the leader of substance. Wherever you work. मैंने आज क्या क्या 20 साल हो, 25 साल हो, जहाँ तक जब करो, उस ब्रांड की, I'm a cow in my family. कश्मीरी जो होते हैं ना, मेरे जैसे नहीं होते, वो दूर से दिखाई देते हैं. मेरी बहन मुझे कालू बोलती है, क्या ना? कालू कालू काला, कालू मेरे को काला बोलती है. जब मैंने पहनी, मुझे मेरे को अच्छा दिखाई देता है. 16 टूट देती, चश्मा इस्तेमाल नहीं करता हूँ, कम टूट देते हैं. क्योंकि क्या करता हूँ? रहने से आप गलत नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. अरे चश्मा नहीं इस्तेमाल करता हूँ, आंखें छोटी, दूरबीन लगा के देखता हूँ मैं. ये वैसा 3 बुधा चाय के लिए ब्रेक होना है.
Within 2 minutes, please.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Remember, it's not always easy when you are dealing with people. But dealing with people, you must. Thus. Okay, can you get it now? Yeah, in the meantime, for 2 minutes.
He's trying to add in self-care and some kind of work-life balance is important. And we should address that as well, because I think most of us here also need to know how to disconnect and how to get that balance.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, it is important, but then because of the population factor here in India, we are afraid to lose our job. You're competing with your co-workers, if I may. And if I don't perform, if I don't do, if I don't stay late, I could be in trouble. Whereas in foreign countries, they give a lot of results. As I said, and Pierre also stressed yesterday, accountability. Accountability is, at the end of the day, is the outcome of your performance. That is most important. As long as you are performing and you have the results, that's it. Nothing else matters. Because there are too many people and you have to be in one of them, then maybe we have to sacrifice a little bit at the moment. The time will come when everything will settle down and the work-life balance will be there. For now, live in it. I hope I have answered your question. Okay, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, okay, look at this before you...
हो जाए तो वही सबसे बड़ा धन है. जब आप कठिनाइयों में होंगे तो मित्रता शस्त्र बनकर सहायता करे. मार्ग भटक जाओ तो मित्रता शास्त्र बनकर आपको राह दिखाए. षड्यंत्र में फंस जाओ तो बुद्धि बनकर बाहर निकाले. अकेले हो जाओ तो ममता बनकर साथ निभाए. तो यदि इस संसार में कुछ कमाना रखिए, यदि इस संसार में मित्र बनाना आपकी सबसे बड़ी दुर्बलता है, तो आप इस संसार के सबसे शक्तिशाली प्राणी. राधे राधे।
Radhe Radhe. Now before we go out, find a partner, hug each other. Before we go out. Yes, please. Yes, from heart to heart, from heart to heart. मित्रता सबसे बड़ी शक्ति है दुनिया में.
Because in India, you don't send your names well in advance. Otherwise, I have printed your names. But like Chandan Chatraj and his wife will get a cup. Written down name on the cup. Every day morning, Chandan Chatraj will have a cup of tea along with his wife. He'll remember Global Talent and DJ Bakshi. But you will get a cup without name. But you will get a logo of Global Talent. Pick up this by contributing. This will be given to you before leaving for your hot cup of tea. I will give you an example. हमारे तो राजू कैमरामैन है. हम अपनी बिल्डिंग के नीचे एक हमारा फंक्शन होता है. वंस अ मंथ हम एक खाना बांटते हैं. वो भी इसमें आया हुआ काफी डाला हुआ. हम टीम आके हम खाना लाते हैं फुल मील और जितने भी रास्ते पे लोग होते हैं बिल्डिंग के लोग होते हैं उनको खाना खिलाते हैं. एक वंस अ मंथ हमने प्रोग्राम रखा है नोएडा में. तो हम सब टीम आते हैं, खुद भी ले जाते हैं, खुद भी लंच खाते हो. तो वंस अ मंथ अपना जो रास्ते पे चल रहा है वो लोग गाड़ियाँ खड़ी करते हैं, स्कूटर खड़ी करते हैं, बिल्डिंग के होते हैं. तो ये राजू वहाँ भी शूटिंग करता रहता है. हम खाना बांट रहे हैं और हमारा फर्स्ट ट्यूजडे ऑफ द मंथ. एंड अगर मैं नहीं हूँ तो दे विल स्टिल कंटिन्यू. एंड खाना बांटते हैं हम जो जो रास्ते में आता है. देयर अबाउट 200 पीपल, 200 लोगों का खाना हम करते हैं once a month. बड़ा चॉप, दाल, सब्जी, वेजिटेरियन खाना.
It's made by caterers or something?
No, it is made by somebody else. We contract to him. वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दिया जाता है, उसको पेमेंट करते हैं. वो टेबल लगाता है, हमारे ये राजू और रमदेव पानी लगाता है, सब कुछ. हम खाना सर्व करते हैं. एवरीबडी, ऑल एम्प्लॉइज कम डाउन और हम उनको खाना देते हैं. Once a month we do this exercise. So, COVID में नहीं किया था.
Did it start during that time?
Sorry?
Before that?
नहीं.
Did it start with COVID?
नहीं, कोविड के बाद दोबारा शुरू किया. कोविड में नहीं किया. कोविड में फिर फर्स्ट टाइम. ओके.
सारी इम्प्रूवमेंट हम कर सकते हैं. बस हमें थोड़ा सा उसको सोचने की और उसको समझने की ज़रूरत है. जैसे जो लाइट जलती है, उस लाइट को हम देखते हैं कि इस लाइट से हमें क्या फ़ायदा है और ये कब कब हमें चाहिए. अगर हम थोड़ा थोड़ा सा देखें, 0.5 एनर्जी उसमें यूज़ होती है. अगर उसको देखेंगे पूरे प्लांट में कितना होता है, तो उसको अगर हम देखेंगे कि हमें कब ज़रूरत है. जैसे लंच टाइम पे हमने एक ऑटोमेटिक स्विच लगा दिया, लाइट अपने आप बंद हो जाती है. और हमने एक फर्नेस है जो हमारी इलेक्ट्रिकल हीटर पे चलती है, उसको हमने गैस फेड करना है. उसमें हमारा जो बिजली का बिल आता है, अभी जो पिछले 1 साल से मैं देख रहा हूँ 30 लाख का बिल आता है. तो हम उसको गैस फेड करेंगे, हमारा 15 लाख आएगा. उसमें ज़्यादा खर्चा नहीं है, 1.5 करोड़ का खर्चा है. और हम वो 2 साल 3 साल में उसको रिकवर करेंगे. एक बेरिंग लगता था एक मशीन में, उसको हमने रिप्लेस कर दिया. हमने बेरिंग आता था 300 रुपये का, हमने 500 रुपये का बेरिंग लगाया. और हमारे बेरिंग एक दिन में कम से कम 6 बेरिंग लगते थे, अब हमारे 15 दिन में 1 बेरिंग लगता है. ये छोटे छोटे कदम करके हमने मतलब 1 महीने में कम से कम 1.5 करोड़ का सेविंग किया है.
gave them a target of 100 Kaizens by 2025, and then you can see the value 2001, 2002. रेगुलर जाता था, मेरे को बुलाया जाता था। मैं जब उनको देखता था और उनको जब देखता था तो उनका जो और याद है 2005 में हीरो होंडा was declared number 1. He gave a statement on business standard and it came out front page. All those people, top leadership, who were involved in making him number 1, he asked them to leave the company. He asked them to leave the company and he signed an agreement with them to become entrepreneurs and do only Hero Honda work, and he even financed them. They are all today vendors of Hero Honda and they are only producing for Hero Honda. This is Maruti bhi karti hai, but Maruti Suzuki is different. He did that and he created a new team. He said with the old team, I can maintain to be number 1, but I cannot enhance to be number 1. And the time came when he could tell Honda, I don't need you. And he became hero. These are the essence of the company. These people, Maruti Suzuki. That's why I want to tell you, and I was just sharing with him. When we completed these 2 major programs of umbrella mentoring at car plant and Suzuki SPIL, which again later became Maruti Suzuki, that time it was SPIL, BK Sethi. He went to supply chain and he invited, he said, when I come to India, he said, please train my supply chain people, 82 people, that when they go like a buyer to the vendors, that's why I'm saying, take care of your vendors. They are very important for you. I want, your roadmap to success in Maruti, I have done 2 leadership levels. जो associate का गया वो मैंने train the trainers से, MD में, कल्याण में, उनको मैं train the trainer करता हूँ, पहले program में रहता हूँ, फिर वो आगे ले जाते हैं program. His name is Nakib Alam. So I put somewhere on the group, I'm looking for someone to Nakib Alam का phone आया. कहते बख्शी साहब, मैंने कहा आप कतार में थे? कहते नहीं मैं इंडिया आया हूँ आजकल ही नहीं. आपकी बंदे की जरूरत है ना मेरे पास है. मैंने कहा भेज दो बॉस, मैं तो नोएडा में ही. कहते मैं आपसे मिलने आ सकता हूँ. मैंने कहा आ जाओ. मिलने आ गए. कहते बॉस मुझे इस काम पे रखो. मैंने कहा यू मैं बॉस, मेरी कंपनी में काम क्या करूँगा? कहते it's not a question of boss. He joined me. Nakib Alam, big round of applause for Nakib. He joined me and we led that intervention. First we trained under DK City and put it Kakar is number 1. Under DK City, all the 82 people, 2 programs I do, then Nakib Alam and team took it forward. I went with my manufacturing excellence guy, Ravindra Kalsi, who could not come here. Big round of applause for Ravindra Kalsi, who is part of Poverty. And after training,
cost saving doesn't mean that you have to be stingy, but you have to be smart on your spending. So I challenge you, and perhaps that could be the homework for everyone here, to go back to your organization and talk to the operation level, find out, group them up, and let us say, give them a task, saving ideas. What can they give you? Group them up and ask them to come up with saving ideas. Explore the saving idea, okay, that's very important, and then explain to you and execute. Explore, explain, and execute. Saving ideas, and I tell you, the result will be beyond your expectation, but it has to be at the operation level, and it's going to be brilliant, I tell you. You will discover many, many things that can be saved. We have done this for Triumph motorcycle in Thailand, and they save about $1 million a month on the wasted metal that they throw away and is becoming used. Give it a shot, and do tell us the next time we meet. Okay?
Look at him. What is written behind? Go, grow, glow, build. आजकल आप लिंक्डइन पे देख लो ये रोज में किसी ने किसी को ये देखा this year normal हमारा है मेरा perseverance Well, actually, you see, I learn a lot from them. I'm an ordinary man with extraordinary passion and determination. This man is such an intellectual guy. He compliments me so beautifully. And the man on the left-hand side is such an intellectual. Slowly, slowly, like a mist, he comes on the face. Alright. कुछ समझ आया कृष्णा ने क्या बोला? समझ आया ना? कुछ समझ आया? उसको पता है कृष्णा ने क्या बोला? I'm telling you, he knows what Krishna's message is. Because he has become part of us. I love you, sir. I love you, sir. Okay. We will do that. Yes. We will do that after this. Okay. Quick one. Yes.
Yes. So before we proceed further to the towards the keystone of leadership, I would like to play one small video for you, right? And we will talk about this video. It's very important, very interesting video, right? So look at this.
This guy is no more. I love him. Finish that.
His father took him to the most revered martial arts master of the time, who was a monk in a nearby monastery. As soon as the father took his leave, the monk initiated the boy into the discipline and asked him to fetch a bucket of water. He slapped all the water out of it when he was asked to bring another bucket of water and repeat the entire process. This went on day after day, week after week, month after month, without a break for more than a year.
All his friends around. All over.
This story illustrates the ability to commit yourself to a game plan and be consistent in that commitment, no matter what the odds, can yield results on an unimaginable scale.
दोबारा This story teaches us.
This story illustrates that the ability to commit yourself to a game plan and be consistent in that commitment, no matter what the odds, can yield results on an unimaginable scale.
This story teaches us when you are on a game plan 15600 0709 हाराम किया हक से 15 जिद से, then you are on a game plan. That's your whole ambition. Nobody can stop you. Consistently, that's where I talk about from incremental to incremental to. So this story teaches us. बचपन में क्या करते थे? बच्चे क्या बचपन में क्या करते थे? Practice makes a man. Practice makes a man. Look at Sachin Tendulkar. ब्रजेश पटेल को सुना है? देखा ना उसकी गेम किरमानी जब आता था, किरमानी कौन था? क्या करता था? और किरमानी जब खेलने आता था, आज का 2020 करता था उस जमाने में.
Sir, we often say nobody is perfect. How come chemistry is not?
Perfection has no end. Perfection has no end. Continuously keep on working on perfection. You may attain, but you have to go to the next level of perfection. So perfection is unattainable. I agree with you.
But this case is a little different, what I understand is, like the children were not aware of the goal as such. And we were talking about the positivity. He was not positive at all. This context is a little different, I think. And we can discuss that what are the issues in this. So if we talk about the current scenario, children don't obey.
Children won't even do this. I'm not with that. ये पागल हो गए क्या? पानी में बोला इतनी देर साल भर तो उठेगा ही नहीं. अरे वो साल भर उठेगा नहीं भाई साहब. साल भर तो उठेगा नहीं. बट मैंने टीवी में क्या बोला? करके दिखाना है, करके दिखाना है. ये विजन हमारा जो है उसमें एक स्लोगन है, करके दिखाना है. जब हम खड़े होते हैं कोई भी करके दिखाना है, ऐसे जो लोग करके दिखाएंगे. Once you have decided to have that vision, deployment of vision to the last leg of employees. दोपहर मेरे से वो मेरा वो लगाओ. इंसान से बड़ा 2008 में and song is in 17 languages. This is no one's. मेरे से ले लो ना मेरी प्लेटफॉर्म. You have to communicate vision to everybody in their own language. Lithuania में Lithuanian language, Romania में Romanian language, Telugu में Telugu language, Punjabi में Punjabi language, Sindh में Sindhi language, Kashmiri में Kashmiri language, Haryana में Haryana language. उस communicating vision is very important. हम vision से बड़ा आवाज देते हैं, कोई करता नहीं है. बहुत बड़ा काम है. ये मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको, बिजनेस हेड्स हो, मार्केटिंग हेड्स हो, HR हेड्स हो. भाई साहब आपकी कंपनी में विजन कम्युनिकेशन नहीं हुआ है. बड़े बड़े से HR विजन कम्युनिकेशन बदल है. आप इसे HR कितने कंपनी में विजन स्टेटमेंट को लास्ट लेट कराया है. इवन आगे.
This boy was not aware about vision. When he
हाँ, उसको तो बाप दे गया सिर्फ सिखाने के लिए. उसमें आएंगे आप डिस्कशन करेंगे.
today's scenario, even if you are not giving the right reason to employees or to anybody, they will not do it.
अरे मिनी सेंचुरीज एगो आज अवेलेबल है, नहीं है, डिस्कशन होगा. छोड़ूंगा नहीं, दिशा बता दूंगा, बता दूंगा. बिफोर दैट ये देखिए क्या लिखा है, मिशन 2025 15600. ये हिंदी में लिखा हुआ है. ये हर एक एम्प्लॉई को पढ़ाया गया है. ये हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में. हेलो, हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में. Every employee has gone through this mission statement clearly. और उसी पे स्लोगन बन गया हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में. करके दिखाना है, करके दिखाना है. ये स्लोगन मैंने नहीं बनाया. This is going to become a class. Shallow. This statement shallow. So you have to communicate vision 100%. और employees के बाद फिर को suppliers को. पता है मैं एक प्रोग्राम करता हूँ जब ये LG आते हैं ना, अपने suppliers को लेके, बहुत सा Z टेलीविजन सब लेके बड़ा शो 2 घंटे का, इसी को बोलता है रोमांस. बेसिकली उनको लाते हैं सप्लायर्स को बैंकॉक में मस्ती कराने के लिए उनको अवार्ड देते हैं, जिसने इतने टेलीविजन या फ्रिज बेचे हैं और नेक्स्ट टारगेट है, हम उनको टारगेट करते हैं। सो कम्युनिकेट विजन सेकंड क्या है? बिल्ड ट्रस्ट, ट्रांसपेरेंसी, टुगेदरनेस लीड्स टू communicate vision, build trust. And third one, inspire commitment, involve everybody. Involve everybody, including families. आपके पास नुक्कड़ नाटक का है? थोड़ा सा दिखा सकते हैं नुक्कड़ नाटक? नुक्कड़ नाटक समझते हैं आप? मैंने 1996 में लॉन्च किया था नुक्कड़ नाटक ओखला में अपनी कंपनी में, प्रचार हो गया पूरा। बाय द वे, क्वालिटी सर्कल फोरम ऑफ इंडिया को जानते हो ना? क्वालिटी सर्कल फोरम ऑफ इंडिया, आई वाज द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट of QCFI India, the big events in India. I am the person who launched Quality Circle Forum of India in a place called Lithuania, Baltic state. अपनी कंपनी में लॉन्च करने के बाद दाएं बाएं कंपनी में लॉन्च हुआ और फाइनली प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ लिथुआनिया इन हिज नेशन ऑन द नेशन डे, नेशनल डे, एड्रेस्ड।
अब तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि सब समस्याएं रखे बैठे हैं। इसके साथ एक और
नाटक चल रहा है।
ऐसा बैठ गया। पहले आप अपना परिचय दीजिए। ये देखिए।
मेरे को नकल कर रहा है।
अच्छा है ना?
मैं दीपक से बात एक एसोसिएट की वाइफ है, ये क्या बोल दिया सिर्फ 4500 Communicate. Second keystone क्या है? Build. Third क्या है? Inspire. जब आपने बीवियों को बच्चों को need to remain in this business because of this. He collects the data. You know what employees did? 30 employees. They said associate level playing the roles. What's the name of your team? Co-creators. Co-creators, sir. You have to come out and tell us. Acharya, please come. You have to come out and tell us how do you understand relationship with results in your presentation. Team 2, what's the name of your team? No. आदमी घर वापस जाता है। थाईलैंड में जब बिल्ली रास्ता काटती है ना, खुश हो जाता है। मैं भी पहले मेरे खुश नहीं होता था। मेरी वाइफ ने बोला, आप क्यों खुश हो रहे हो? मैंने कहा कल्चर ये जब बिल्ली रास्ता काटती है ना, हाय हैप्पी और अच्छा दिन हो गया, अच्छा दिन निकलता है। बिल्ली इसमें थाईलैंड में बिल्ली को बहुत प्यार करती है। आपने देखा होगा? बहुत थाईलैंड जाते हैं। मैंने थाईलैंड की बीमार थी, इनको बहुत अच्छी है। देखो, बत्तीस के बत्तीस बार आ गए। मैंने सुना तो देखो, अरे शर्मा क्यों रहे हो यार? वो भी एक कल्चर है, वो सेपरेट कल्चर है। जोक्स अपार्ट, you will work on Buddha's. What's the name of your team? You will work on the third eye of Buddha, which is? What's the name of your team? You will work on keystone of leadership. Give us a presentation, new idea. What's the name of your team? You will work on what was to be done. After that. जितने भी सवाल मिसिंग है, चलो एक चीज बताओ, अब हम नहीं बोलेंगे। जितने भी कुछ मिसिंग सवाल है, आपको उसका जवाब देना है। आपकी नॉलेज हमसे ज्यादा है।
वैसे ऐसा रिसर्च स्कॉलर आपको हम सारे साथ
then only these type of revolutionary or transitionary things can come. So leader also has to gear up, mentally make himself also ready for this thing. Yes, I am also ready with you as a team. Go for that destruction and come with the new
राइट
Association with the people are coming together like a joining hand.
डाल दिया अरे गर्म पानी दे दे इसको और डाल दो इसको फोटो ले ले सर फोटो ले ले विल टेक अ पिक्चर ऑफ यू उनको पिक्चर ले लो
हाँ अपने आप को ठीक करो
The best performance will come when there is
यहाँ पे स्माइली बनाना है
when there is a
All of us are customers. Settle down.
Yes.
A new writer, new presenter, new leader.
same.
No. You should have got a new writer. Anyhow, next time new writer. New presenter?
Yes.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Are we ready to listen to them?
Sure. Very much.
Acha, listen to me. Everybody is talking about different subjects. Every team has got a different subject. So therefore, focus and we give them 3 minutes to presentation. 3 minutes. Keep the John ready. 3 minutes for you. Your time starts now.
Hi, good afternoon to all my customers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Customers.
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 So, we are talking about the keystone of leadership. The first parameter is communicate your vision. So, how to communicate your vision is very, very important during this process. So, the first point is develop a communication strategy with key measurable. 12 किया से करेंगे.
Oh, I love you, man.
So, this is what
कभी
we have
एयरपोर्ट
done.
में मिलोगे, कभी रास्ते में मिलोगे, किसी गाड़ी में मिलोगे.
That's a grand statement.
हाँ, तो स्टेटमेंट दे देना हमें. आपके ऑफिस आएंगे, वो देना 12 किया आपसे.
So this is the example since we are hearing this out, the talk and few numbers and
Wait a minute. No side talks. Yes.
So that's the key learning for us also. That's
So
why
you
we
have
are
a clear case studies. Then how to communicate vision. वीर जी ने कार्ड भी दिया. करके दिखाना है. करके दिखाना है. इस लोग ने जब आप लोकल भाषा में उनके हिसाब से करते हो DNA में चला जाता है.
correct. So second point is about that simple the understanding. Simplify the communication.
Very good.
If you have a team, suppose you are into manufacturing, you have below officers, you have above officer, make a separate communication strategy for them, make it in Hindi, make it in English, make it easy, make it simple.
Madam, please, it's not good when somebody is talking, don't talk side. Now, we have learned here this word, and I want to compliment this team. Simplify your communication and understanding of others. We will add in our presentation. Let's go with our देखिए सर नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम के लिए उसमें मैं बताऊंगा that there was a team like this and there was such a beautiful woman, even power. Oh, you are so beautiful. Oh my God, you are beautiful. Why?
All of us.
What do you mean? Men are not handsome?
Men are beautiful, you are the handsome.
Not My beautiful lady from my office has come. My general manager India has come. My power of global talent acquisition has come.
Time's out. John is saying no more.
Okay.
So third is appropriate language. So when you are communicating your vision, your language must be appropriate. And the fourth is create slogan mnemonics to instill it.
Wow. Internalize in DNA. नाक बोलनी चाहिए, आँख बोलनी चाहिए, कान बोलना चाहिए, सब कुछ बोलना चाहिए, प्लेट बोलना चाहिए। वो ड्राइवर क्या बोल रहा था? 070920231313. Very good.
So second point, I would love Abhimanyu.
Yes. Wow.
About
Yeah. I love this. This is good one. So give chance to others to speak. Build trust. टेम्परेचर को आप किया जाए दोपहर के बाद खाना भी आएगा, गर्मी भी होगी। आई एम हॉट, सारे ये जैकेट्स बाहर निकलने चाहिए, because I'm always hot. I'm always hot. This is smart statement. Today's statement, Dabang is not negative. 20 years back, Dabang was negative. जी मैं आपको एग्जाम्पल देना चाहता हूँ। हमारे फ्रेंड आ रहे शाम को, तो मैं ये जोगा से नहीं था, मारुति का प्रोग्राम करने आया था, तो फोन आया, तो ये हमारे भाई साहब बड़े शानदार कुर्ते पजामा में आ गए, उसकी बेटी सामने आ गई, उसने बोला डैड यू आर लुकिंग सेक्सी। आज से 12-15 साल पुरानी बात है, इस बंदे की थोड़ी शर्म आ गई, बेटी बोल रही है यू आर लुकिंग सेक्सी, पर अगर आज बेटी बोलेगी यू आर लुकिंग सेक्सी इट्स नॉर्मल। But I said 10 साल पहले we used to feel odd. So Dabang was odd, sexy was odd. Even my daughter the other day said, Papa, you are looking sexy in this dress. Nothing wrong. So what was seen earlier is something different. It's not a trust, it's not a relationship. You can talk about you're Dabang, you're sexy, you're hot. When I say I'm hot, I mean I'm hot. Because I believe you to be hot always in terms of your performance. Next.
Build trust. So when we have communicate the vision, the second important phase is build a trust. How we can achieve a vision. So that one is walk the talk.
Walk the talk.
And second is create a process champion. This is more important. ऐसा कोई लड़का लड़की जिसने वो करके दिखाया है, जो लोग फेक कर सकते हैं, ट्रस्ट कर सकते हैं उसके ऊपर कि ये करता है, इसने करके दिखाया है। Third is ensure transparency in process.
एडिशन दिया है, देखो हम सीख रहे हैं, देखो मेरा टीम सीख रहा है, वेरी गुड।
And fourth one is create a common place to have employee buy-in, because without buy-in, no one can build a trust.
Nukkad was an example.
Yes.
शाहजी वहाँ पे नुक्कड़ नाटक कराएंगे आपको। Cultural transformation, change management, very good. अरे सारा जब
spoken. It is important that employees become committed towards that vision. So you need to inspire commitment in employees.
This is now.
Yes.
Voice
quality.
She's a professor anyway.
Professor
Very good in communication.
मैं प्रोफेसर को बताता हूँ, लेकिन प्रोफेसर बोल रहा हूँ, ट्रेनर बनना चाहिए। Very important.
Okay. So inspiring commitment first would be you need to share feedback of employees. How employees have done in accomplishing that vision has to be shared with them so that they can improve. Next, you need to share results and updates on the progress achieved. So how much is the vision? Since vision has measurables, so how much is the vision achieved? You need to share that progress.
Next, you need to reward and recognize employees. Recognition is very important. Fourth is an open and transparent communication should be there to inspire commitment.
But yeah, what cannot be managed and cannot be improved. Review mechanism को दिया feedback मिलेगा कहाँ पे क्या improvement की ज़रूरत है improve करोगे और improve करने के बाद continuous Kaizen करेगा. Love you the team. Can I have Acharya? Next team, one at a time.
Electronic hub, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, you can be together.
Yeah.
Sir, आप देंगे?
PA. Shalu.
So that we make up the...
Thank you.
Persistence, which is based on the movie which we just saw featuring Girish Karnad regarding the monk. So basically the bottom line we can say consists of 3 Ds, which is discipline, dedication and determination. To begin with, I would say vision is what we require to know what is our goal and the object clarity should exist. In this particular movie that we saw, the vision was there. The boy knew what he wanted. Of course, there was one weakness there. There was no communication.
Madam बात कर रही है. We should respect madam. No side. I had to stop. My apologies, I stopped you because I don't like side talks when you are talking. Anybody is talking. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. We were talking about the vision. We should have goal plan. Modern times, I'm sure, we cannot exist with. It is communicate, communicate and communicate. Communicate, especially your vision and your mission, so that even the lowest category of employee in your company is aware of what is required of you. Then the next is the awareness, which is the process or the steps that will help you to achieve your goals. We should be very clear about the processes because that is what is going to give you the result that we need. Then the next point is review. What cannot be reviewed, cannot be managed and cannot be improved upon. Yeah. So going ahead with that, in case as we go along the way, deviations are bound to happen. There are ground realities we need to look at. The review will help us in doing just that. And the last point which we would like to talk about is trust and belief. Unless you trust and believe in your leader or your team head, no work can happen. In the game plan, it is the coach, the mentor or the teacher. Of course, the communication exists, but we do need to trust. And not only trust the top, but also have a huge amount of trust among ourselves so that we are clear about what we are doing and what we need to achieve. So this persistence will come only from discipline, consistency of commitment. Now the discipline of the boy is what we need to admire. Though he didn't know why he was doing whatever he was doing, he with great discipline kept obeying his master, and in the end the result was there for us to see. Now something what my colleagues would also like to say.
So, yeah, we'll just like to add
रसरी आवत जात ते सिर पर परत निसार.
Wow! शाहरुख जी
भगवान को भी नहीं पता.
ये बंगाल में दीदी क्या कर रही है? मुझे सवाल में सबसे पूछता हूँ बंगाली से. हाँ जी सर.
Yes.
PA you can have.
PA,
please award. You be there.
Sit down.
And irrespective of whatever odds, you challenged it, made it possible. Wish you all the best. Good luck.
Smile. Thank you.
Noel, leader of leaders.
अरे मैं तो LOL को बोलता हूँ love of life. क्यों जी? Love of life अच्छा है?
Leader of leaders.
Leader of leaders अच्छा है. बोल दो. A leader has to be a lover. A leader has to have love. Love तो आपसे ये नहीं समझो only between man and woman. Love
आप
between
रोमांस से
father.
बोला करो फिर अच्छा लगता है.
पूछे वाला मेरे को छोड़े यार, ये पूछे वाला मेरे को रोमांस कराएगा। चल।
So here we are here to present. So Buddha, he has given us beautiful eyes. So there are 3 eyes of Buddha. So we are here to present the first eye, that is control management. So control management, basically what it is you checking your errors, checking your problems and solving them in simple language. So the 3 eyes, if you will say, first eye control management, the concept says owing up the action. You have to take the responsibility of what you are doing. That is first. You have to be having that conviction. You have to have that conviction of owing the action what you are doing. The second is that you have to take corrective actions. You have to take that decision based on the conviction you are having. The third is that leading from the front. Whatever action, whatever decision you have taken, you have to own that. You have to lead from the front. You have to be an example for that. So if I take the example of Kiran ma'am yesterday, great legendary, she came here, she spoke to us. It was a great honor for all of us to listen first time. I listened to her first time. So she talked about something which she has done in Pondicherry, that is disleading. Disleading, that was a great example of control management. That is checking errors, taking decisions, leading from the front. And in that she was successful. When she left the place, there was an improvement in the water levels. So that is the great example. So that's what we have to say. My team member, you would like to add something?
Just to add to that. Just to add to that example, wonderful example that my teammate has quoted, Kiran Bedi took the initiative. She came in the front. Otherwise, there were a lot of earlier LGs also who had gone there and done nothing. But she realized the problem. What is the problem? The water was being consumed by the industrialist and it was never refilled back. So what she did, she realigned her thoughts. She understood the problem. She went to the grassroots level and then she managed an interaction between the industrialists as well as the contractors. And in that way, she solved that problem without any investment being taken from the government. So that was one of the wonderful initiatives that she took.
Please. I would also like to add on control management. I am working with Maruti Suzuki. We are parent company is Suzuki Motor Corporation. So what I found in Japanese way of working is they don't believe in making perfect plan. So that is the reason they always talk about the PDCA. और PDCA में जो सबसे important is basically check part, plan do check act. If you typically observe other countries, they believe in perfect plan. But what I am trying to convey is that whatever plan you have made, it does not matter. If you check it repeatedly and do the corrections, then you will be successful. Okay? And with this, I think Riyaz is basically practice of Saregama. So whatever you practice for anything, you will be the superpower. Thank you.
हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा
The first time you said it's like, not like a lion. We want you to be a lion. Lion.
सुनिए लाइन कैसे बोलता है?
खुद को कर बुलंद इतना कि खुदा तुमसे खुद पूछे कि तेरी रजा क्या है।
सुनो जी कैसे बोला जाता है? सुनो जी सुनो कैसे बोला? सुनो जरा वो ड्रम भी दिखा देना इनको। सुनो गाँव में आते थे ड्रम बजा रहे वो दिखा सकते हो ड्रम? हम दिखा देना थोड़ी देर में ड्रम बजा सुनो ऐसे बोला जाता है खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तदबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है, बता तेरी रजा क्या है, बता Signed by Dr. Kiran Bedi for each one of you. She has signed all the
Brilliant, brilliant.
And you will get a Kiran
What an honor. What an honor.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, look at. Ma'am, look at camera. Ma'am, look at. Yes, please.
Come in, come in.
आइए.
Wait. Thank you.
Thank you.
The current scenario of a company.
जब तुम्हारी
The boss.
जब तुम्हारी मूड्स देखते होंगे, साथ में डिम्पल आता होगा, ये नीति मैडम को भी डिम्पल आता है, डिम्पल आता होगा, लोग कहते होंगे यार क्या मूड से डिम्पल के साथ है, अगर मूड थोड़ा नीचे करोगे, डिम्पल को बहुत प्यार करेंगे।
Thank you, sir.
चलो।
So this is the boss firing his team.
Oh, boss is firing his team. क्या बनाया तुमने यार?
And the results are obviously poor.
Oh, very bad.
Everybody is depressed.
Oh.
This man has gone to an extent he threw his chair, laptop, everything.
Oh.
So one day the boss did his self-introspection.
One day boss is
and then he did a employee opinion survey also.
Oh.
So after this there were certain workshops and were done. This quadrant shows that there was a lot of stress, low enthusiasm, low morale, team participation was zero, and the results obviously were very low. So these things were being done in that company after that. Once they started from me to we, team bonding exercise, motivational sessions like DK was invited and done in that company. Trust building exercise was happening, brainstorming was done, shared responsibility, they started working on that concept, and competency building also was one of their key agenda then, and R&R was announced. So post that, what happened? Appreciation, high morale, motivated team people, crafting leaders, new opportunities, everything was being looked at, and this was the result. High result, high team involvement, knowledge sharing, celebrations, and entire team was coming forward, and then they planned on going beyond.
Marvelous! I want to give you a hug. The entire team, what a beautiful way of picturizing it.
And this beautiful lady has something more to say.
Oh my God, she's so cute.
So we are summing up with a very heart-touching line.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted to
Yeah.
speak with her. मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल मगर
लोग जुड़ते
गए
गए
कारवां बनता गया.
We are change masters through situational leadership to achieve and co-create results and relationships.
I love you, man. I always say, don't catch people doing something wrong. Catch people doing
something right.
WhatsApp also has something to say.
As a leader, I think until unless you cannot do anything if you will be not part of that problem. You have to become the part of the problem, then you will get the results. And you have to build trust. तो इसमें मैं एक चीज कहता हूँ, अगर रोशनी खुदा को हो मंजूर आंधियों में चिराग जलते हैं, खुदा गवाह है.
खुदा गवाह है. क्या बात है. अजी award. शालू award. अभी शालू मुझे. The video is on YouTube. DK is mad. Give him something, he will go mad about it and he will achieve it. And he always believed in excellence in next orbit. Excellence in next orbit. Always. He was a great man. And he is watching us wherever you are. And we have created a foundation for Dr. Pritam Singh. We do programs for Dr. Pritam Singh in the country. And Government of India, UP government has made a road near his village, Dr. Pritam Singh Road. Give a big round of applause for my Guru, Senator Nandila. आपको पता है कि मेरे लिए तो बर्थडे पे मैं वो गाना लगा देता हूँ, उसमें मेरी उनकी मेमोरीज जो है, एंड बहुत पावरफुल सॉन्ग उस पर हमने गाया है। इसी तरह से वीडियोस मेरे शॉर्ट्स उनके साथ, एंड जब थाईलैंड भी आते थे तो ही वॉज लाइक ए मास्टर, लाइक ए गॉड, लाइक यू कांट बिलीव ऐसी पर्सनैलिटी। मारुति सुजुकी में आपके टॉप लीडर्स को उन्होंने 5 years कंटिन्यूसली किया। आइए जी पीछे, आइए, गिव अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज।
Yes, please look at bro. Yes. Wait. Excuse me. Thank you.
Okay. किसी भी दुनिया के कोने में जाइए, आपको सरदार मिलेंगे और आपको खाना मिलेगा हर एक गुरुद्वारा में। कुछ नहीं होगा, you can go to Gurdwara and you can eat. That is the beauty of this community. We feel proud of this community. We feel proud of this community. We feel proud of this community.
Buddha's third eye, which is breakthrough management. So it contributes innovation, team building, and self-awareness. Now my team members will elaborate individual points with the starting from the two. Okay, so innovation and not Kaizen. Kaizen versus innovation. Kaizen could be incremental. There is something and some extra data you have to build in. But innovation requires total disruption and then recreation.
Communication.
Right. So for that part, you really required out-of-box thinking and change in the mindset. That's what is required. Change in the mindset. Like we saw the Girish Karnad's one of the video. Another video I would recommend you also watch Power of One.
Power of One.
Yeah. Very good video. In the sense, initially when you would be doing out-of-box thinking, many of the people would tell you that you are foolish. What type of ideas you are bringing in? There would be a lot of criticism. Have tolerance to see through that type of a criticism, because then that criticism will ultimately, with your persistence, will convert it into innovation. And innovative ideas always comes through that. Okay, and for doing these type of innovations, you have to create that type of a mindset and environment within the organization. So within Maruti Suzuki also, we are having this type of a concept of entrepreneurship. Like entrepreneurship, startups, we all talk about. Within employees, we have built in a culture of start from the very scratch or start from the very down level itself. There are many classic examples which are there in front of us. McDonald's have a concept of Happy Meal, which all of us are aware. In the sense that whenever we bring in our kids with us and they ask for, no, what is the toy of the day? And we want to go for that Happy Meal, and then they buy that bundle. And you don't even think that how much you have paid for that. So that idea never came from any business boardrooms. It came from the employees of McDonald's. Another classic example is Amazon. Amazon Prime. A bit more you have to pay, a premium you have to pay, but there would be a bundle of additional facilities or services which would be available to you. That was one of the idea which came through this entrepreneurship kind of a thing. So that's the thing which is required, that mindset and that environment would be required so that ideas are always encouraged. It could be anything, but then those ideas initially coming, so becoming a pool or a bank, and then you are evaluating vision ideas into actual realities.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
So for that, you need participative approach and team. Team together as a team also. We made a definition out of team also, and that what will be taken care of by my team member, Kajal.
So in case of team building, so we elaborated this term. Together, everyone will achieve more. And team building is about replacing I with we. And trust as a catalyst.
Love you. Yes.
And next is third component.
Okay. In the context of self-awareness and co-creation, we must be doing the SWOT analysis of our own. When we say self-awareness, self-reflection, introspection, And I can remember in my early days, my operation head used to say, "Manan kiya karo bacha, मनन चिंतन मनन किया करो, सोचो कि आप क्या कर सकते हो, कितना बेहतर कर सकते हो." So that is a self awareness of ourselves. If we introspect ourselves, we do a self reflection of ourselves and how we can create more good things. When we say about co-creation, then we have to demonstrate empathy with synergy. We must not forget the goal of the organization and we must not forget the feeling of a human being. So both has to be synergized with the empathy. And moving on, we have to say that we have to get out of the victim cycle also. If you will not get out of the victim cycle, we will not be co-creating the new things. Victim cycle is all about blaming others. ये मेरा काम नहीं है, तुम्हारा काम नहीं है, मैंने तो ये नहीं बोला था.
And just to add one thing, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग?
सबसे बड़ा रोग
क्या कहेंगे लोग?
सबसे बड़ा रोग
क्या कहेंगे लोग?
So in all over summarizing the third eye of Buddha, we have we all want to say some few words all together. Yes.
कौन कहता है आसमां में सुराग हो नहीं सकता,
एक पत्थर तो चारों समय से
Beautiful presentation. आपने तो और ऐड कर दिया वैल्यूज में. अरे कहाँ पे आप मेरा ये
भाई पीछे. Yes sir, yes. Thank you.
Beautiful presentation. I feel proud of you. What you have here, report which will be made in this training program. एक जो YouTube का लिंक जाएगा आपके पास, एक रिपोर्ट बनेगी. But next week, अभी 2 दिन हम कोविड से रिपोर्ट जाएगा, उसमें सारे जितने भी फ्लिप चार्ट की पिक्चर्स हैं वो भी आएंगे और जो आप YouTube है वो तो आपको पता ही है आपने बोला. Sharon will send you report latest by 24th. I declare 24th December. 24th हो जाएगा. 24th December आप सबके पास रिपोर्ट जाएगा. आपने ईमेल नहीं दिया है, अभी दीजिएगा ईमेल. आपने व्हाट्सएप नंबर नहीं दिया, अनुश्री को व्हाट्सएप नंबर दे दीजिएगा. एक ग्रुप बनेगा, ग्रुप से ऐसे बनते हैं जिसमें शेयरिंग होगी. बिकॉज इसमें क्या होगा, कुछ ना कुछ रेगुलर चलता रहेगा. थॉट शेयर चलते रहेगा. अच्छा, मैं एक चीज़ जरा बताना चाहता हूँ. मैं सभी से माफ़ी मांग रहा हूँ, मेरी टी शर्ट का साइज में प्रॉब्लम आ गई. I want to tell you, give a big round of applause. He can try. He did it. अगर बाकी लोग हैं जिनके अभी खाना खाने के बाद ये चेक इन हो जाएगा, everybody in this t-shirt. Are you seeing Raju also in this t-shirt? So please try those who have not tried. Okay.
Okay, we'll try again.
Which is incremental. Okay, now what we are going to talk about is that for any organization, it's basically pyramidal in shape. In the lower bottom, you will see a lot of control, lot of kind of norming stage are there. Second stage is the incremental, which is the most crucial part of any of the organization.
Absolutely.
So this part where I think me and our entire team has actually worked on that. What are the 3-4 important aspects of this part of this organization? Commitment towards goal, which is a KRA. Clear KRA, and it has to be simple, achievable. That's something very, very important from organization point of view, from self point of view. Because if we are clear about the goal, that from top, from bottom, everybody is talking about goal, so then that's basically going to be achievable. Now this need to be, second part is that review and evaluation. For any goal, we need to have a kind of periodic review. We break it as a quarterly review, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Let's see what we have done in the quarter one, what is the achievement we have done. We also require some course correction. Let's say market is saying no, we are not going to the right direction. We have to respond to the market trend, what market is asking. Market means customer. If customer is saying no, boss, you are going to a space of 5%, which is not something which we require. You require to be at 110% growth. So that's called the course correction. Consistent growth, which is again a quarterly achieving the target. Not only achieving the target, but also we need to supersede the target.
Wow.
Sergey Bubka, he used to be the pole vault world record holder. He break his record 39 times. He's a Ukrainian.
Yeah.
So that's something which we require. We need to set the target, we need to break the target. And last but not the least is the continuous improvement. So this is again, we are talking since yesterday. We need to achieve some target. We need to reach that level, sustain. Again, we need to overachieve. That is something that is we talk about the Kaizen. So यहाँ पे एक मैं हिंदी का गाना then I'll hand it over to my colleague जो मुझे लगता है लिए सपने निगाहों में वाह चला हूँ तेरी राहों में वाह टारगेट आ रहा हूँ मैं
टारगेट आ रहा हूँ ये संजय जी है ना संजय जी का जब क्यारे रिव्यू होता है तो कैसे होता है हमें थोड़ी क्या होती जानते तो संजय जी आगे बड़ी परेशान होकर शायद क्यारे रिव्यू हम कर रहे हैं डीके बख्शी आ गया वो फाइनली जब संजय जी कमरे से बाहर जाते हैं भाई साहब अगले 5 महीने में कितना 525 टन मैं आपको देर की बात ही संजय निकल रहा है 525 टन रिव्यू
to the employees. So that's what we do here. Like we have the clarity of goals that what we have to explain here, and also the plan of action, how we can do it. It's like it's a commitment towards goals. How are we gonna do it? The employee involvement. There would be two-way communication, and it's always upward and downwards, and also lateral in the organization. Also, the review and evaluation will do by PDCA. That is plan, do, check, and act.
Passion, dedication, commitment, and
Yes. And also the reward and recognition, which is be backed by the equity in the organization. Also the quarterly right action and right livelihood. So don't stop at the 3 eyes of the Buddha, but we should also implement the right eightfold path of the Buddha as well.
Beautiful.
So we are going to buy data. These all because this is a kind of a strategy which you but if you don't have a proper action plan against those strategies and strategies only in the paper, it will not be so actions are more important to convey to the team, to convey to the down the level, because those strategies are made on the top level only, and if it will remain only a strategy.
Action, and action. आपके लिए मैं ताली बजाऊंगा।
Brings the culture, and if culture is there, then the Josh will be there in the employees, and if Josh is there, then definitely the talent will be there in the employees.
जोश के साथ होश रहता है, होश is talent. Wow.
So culture, that is very, very important. It can change the DNA of employees.
Wow, it can change the DNA.
So in last, I will sum up that जब आँखों में अरमान लिया, मंजिल को अपना मान लिया, है मुश्किल क्या आसान क्या, जब ठान लिया, मुश्किल को अपना मान लिया, है मुश्किल क्या आसान क्या, जब ठान लिया।
Very good. I'm going to share this with my team now.
Yes. अच्छा मेरे को भी ये याद आया। ये दिया है, वो ये दिया चल रहा है। मेरे को भी याद आया। इसी के लिए अब हवा चल रही है, अब हवाएं ही करेंगी रोशनी का फैसला। तेल है, बत्ती है, जल रहा है, हवा भी चल रही है। अब हवाएं ही करेंगी रोशनी का फैसला। जिस दिए में जान होगी, वो दिया रह जाएगा, अपने दिए में जान रखो। Come on, where's Chunu Munnu? Where's my? Niti madam,
yes sir. Wait please. Yes please.
अरे सुनो, गाँव में आ गया बंदा। आपके सुझाव। अरे फाइटिंग में जरा पॉवर्टी की घंटी की वजह से सो इसमें क्या हुआ घंटी है ये घंटी बजती है सब आपका ऑर्डर पीछे तो घंटी Then you want to bring a chain. ये घंटी बजती है Please stop up here. So, when it goes to the mind, it goes to the body, it goes to the action. You have to be romantic. Unless you are really bad about आजकल पैटर्न चलते हैं कहाँ मैं करूँगी शादी करनी है उसके साथ सोच समझ के कर लेना पूरा परख लेना शादी से पहले कुछ और बोलते शादी के बाद कुछ और हो जाता है कोई गोलीबाजी नहीं चलनी चाहिए मेरा पॉइंट है You have to be passionate. We break for lunch. We will have lunch for 45 minutes. आपकी जिम्मेदारी है आप नहीं जाते लाइए
Hi, my name is Neha Singh and I'm from Air India HR team. And it has been a great two-day program that we've had over here about learning about DNA of leadership. For me specifically, what I liked the best was learning through real-time experiences and learning through great examples and learning through people who are here as part of the training, them sharing their experiences and their examples, and so we have a great takeaway that we can take back to our office, to our organization and implement it there. Thank you.
I am working with SRF in international business. So I attended this program today with Mr. Bakshi. The key thing that was important for me during the course of the sessions were the interaction with Dr. Bedi and Mr. Hariom. So the way they demonstrated the leadership, which you don't generally get the platform to understand and learn from the experts and legends in the industry. So that's something which we can always take back. So this also interaction demonstrated that leadership is not only limited to the corporate, but it is also can be in public administration or any other sphere of life. So it is not limited to a particular leadership role in one company. So that's something which I would take back, and it's a key learning interaction with them. Thank you.
So we have Ritesh with us from SRF. Ritesh, I would like to know from you that how was your experience with this 2 days DNA of Leadership program?
See, I heard a lot about Dr. D.K. Bakshi from my colleagues in Hyderabad, and from whatever I know, it was a totally different experience over here. He is a man full of energy. He keeps the vibe entirely different in the training. So if you haven't experienced Dr. Bakshi, I would say please come and join one of the programs, and you will be delighted to see what kind of result you can get.
Great, wonderful. And what would be one outcome you are looking from this 2 days program? See, one key learning of yours.
There are a lot of them, but I would say the icing on the cake was a speech from Dr. Kiran Bedi. That was totally, based on the life experience. And I would say, that's my if that's the name. Well, there are many, but that's the one.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us, and looking forward for many more interactions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
balls there.
Raju.
We will give them the ball.
No. You give the ball back to us. So I'm going to lead the others to congratulate them.
See ya.
You can take it. Okay, now Dr. Bakshi, please be the guest of honor to give them the rewards.
Okay, I feel very honored. Wish you all the best. Good luck. Good luck. Teacher, yes, all the best. Good luck. 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 All the best. Good luck.
Entire team, and then this. Maybe you can discuss now. Okay, what have you learned? Okay, what have you learned? Go back into your team, standing at the end.
That was the initial stage when we actually identified who is our kind of important, where the person need to be placed, upfront counterpart. So we are actually identifying the right person at right place. That was the first point.
But what I see is that first you start as individual, not coordinating, and then you slowly became a group, and from a group
Exactly.
you
So what happens, sir,
became
when
a
we are
team.
doing the practicing now initial, before we were actual match, so we actually done 2-3 times of practicing, and then we realized who is our best player, who is our all-rounder, who is our specialist batsman, bowler, like that. So we have placed our fielder that way. So that was the starting point.
Okay.
Right person at right place.
Right person and yes. Respect. What do you mean by that? Respect.
By colleague.
Colleague, yes. Can I maybe expand on it a little bit? Respect colleague, what do you mean?
So we need to respect each and every team member of ours. At the same time, what we learned is that while we were practicing, we were like on the spot. We were absolutely 100% over there. But when the actual performance pressure came, then probably we lost our focus and we dropped the ball a couple of times, because of which probably the other team got the chance to win.
Excellent. If I may sum it up, respect. Even if somebody drops the ball, you don't go blaming. You bloody dropped the ball again and again. What the hell is wrong with you? I didn't see that at all. That's very important.
Also, sir,
Respect
the strategy
and
formulation.
one point at this. Lack of focus.
Yeah. If there is no focus on the game plan and all that, definitely we are losing time, and that way we are not able to perform.
Right. Why were you lacking focus? Your team?
Actually, we were not that much committed that way, and we were not actually committed to that.
Right.
So
There was no commitment. Okay, I could probe further. Okay, you lack focus because you were talking more. You were talking more. Okay. Yes, please.
I think there was good team coordination.
Please listen.
There was good team coordination. What we decided was that we will go slow. We will complete all 4 rounds. We will try not to drop the ball, but to eventually complete all cycles. And with every cycle we improvise.
I see.
We didn't compete with other teams, but we competed with us only. Yes.
So you became better and better.
Yes.
But not the best.
Yes.
Yes.
So
you-
slow and steady, better and better.
Yes.
So if there was more competition, you could have gone
Yes, in case there were more rounds, we would have won.
Yes, okay, very good, good attitude. Thank you.
Communicating with each other as per the game plan was and the fielding was done. So in between, then we found that our one member has some medical issues and she is not able to bend to just lift the ball or maybe the pickup which is filled up. So then we just asked one gentleman to come and join our team and we asked her to take the rest.
And make her as a motivator.
Then she from outside she was a motivator and we was just realigned ourselves and try to coordinate and get the same pace where we were earlier.
That's right. So you wasted a lot of time realigning.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Time
because
wasted.
One member was not
yeah,
coordinating or aligning or silent.
That's right.
But
Which
instead of
means-
demeaning that person, we put her into another job
And to help as a motivator.
and we pulled in another person who was not doing anything, so we made use of that person.
Contingency
plan. One more learning which we had from this exercise is that we started when we made the team, which was made by you, there was a concept of diversity. When you made the entire team, entire participants stand height-wise, so that every team is having mix of people, so diverse teams. Yeah,
Yes,
so that was
yes,
one of the learning.
Okay. Actually, we do best of 7, but Dr. Bakshi with Mr. John, is pressing us on time. We enjoy the game because it's fun and we are learning. Yes.
Another learning, there was one person who dropped it, but we all had a common goal that we have to pass it on to the concentrated person.
Please listen, please. We are in the bigger team now, so we need to listen one more time. Perseverance.
Perseverance, because we all had a common goal that we have to pass the ball to one committed person, and at the end we have to start from where we have to end where we started.
Yes.
So even if there was a person who could drop the ball once or twice, we were not stopping because we had the perseverance that we have to complete it.
That's right. So it is important at the workplace to be helping each other. If somebody is weak, amazing, isn't it? Yes. At the company, are all the members performing? Do you have non-performance? If yes, how will you deal with it?
Bakshi Sahab, Chandan Chatrash.
Good to see you. Please push. Because
Good. Everything. I want to take one takeaway. One takeaway from each team. Acharya,
yes, sir.
what is the name of your team? One takeaway.
Need to have focus.
Need to have focus. What is the name of your team? One takeaway. What is the one takeaway?
Leaders needs to go beyond.
Leaders need to go?
Beyond.
What is the name of your team? Lord. One takeaway.
Focus and motivation.
Focus and motivation. What is the name of your team? And what is the takeaway?
Trust and respect.
Wow. What is the name of your team?
Joe
What is the takeaway?
Coordination.
Coordination. What is the name of your team? What is the takeaway?
Don't give up.
Okay, we beg for a cup of tea. We have only 12 minutes to have a cup of tea and come back to us. 12 minutes, and I massage him like Thai massage. Okay, let's go.
This program leadership. So I would like to know from you that what do you think about this program? What is your take on this?
Actually, I have attended so many programs on these subjects like leadership in the past couple of years, and this was my first program from Global Talent Academy company. So I was told by my company to attend this program and share my feedback to the company. So frankly speaking, the program which has been conducted by you in the last 2 days is very informative, very practical, and there's nothing like there's equal participation of all the participants, and that all the things were very transparent, and there were so many learnings from this program, and for the good traits of a good leader.
Learn so many things just a day to day or the program is going on, right? We have a panel discussion right away, right? What one thing you would like to implement in your professional or personal life? One thing.
So one thing which I would like to implement,
yes,
like I have to create leaders from my work.
Oh,
so that is one thing which a lot of us are missing. Actually, we are somewhat afraid that we would lose our position if we will train our subordinates or our teammates to that extent. So this is one good thing I have learned, that we have to groom, we have to groom our team members, and they are our future leaders. So we have to groom them accordingly.
Thank you so much for your feedback.
That point that agility can be brought in the team by challenging your own way of working. Are you comfortable if your best assumption is challenged by your team member? That becomes very important for you. Are you comfortable if your best assumption is challenged by your team member? That is one. Second, I think Ruchi talked about trust. I am just paraphrasing, putting something new in that. Ruchi talked about trust. For me, developing trust is something which comes from your competence. How do you do, how well you do is important. People are looking at you, your knowledge part, your expertise. But again I say, you need not to be expert, you need not to know everything, but you should have a zeal, a learning mindset is very important for any leader. Somanji ji talked about accountability. I'm very sure this is the most important characteristics of a leader, because you have to take accountability of anything which is going bad in the course of work. Any mistake, any failure, that accountability are you able to take? That becomes important. Honesty, Ruchi, again you talked, but my point here is there is no scale for honesty. Either it is 0 or it is 10. So it is no, either you are honest or you are not honest. So people are looking at you. So you need to be honest in each and every activity which you do. You need to be transparent in your dealings with your people, and that creates that trust of people on you. So the fairness in your dealings, the honesty in your dealings become important. I think this is small part. I will just end with one small couplet which brings more, adds more on what exactly it has to be. Zamir zinda rakh. आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, but I will just read it. Zamir zinda rakh, कबीर जिंदा रख, सुल्तान भी बन जाए तो फिर में फकीर जिंदा रख, हौसले की तरकश में कोशिश का वो तीर जिंदा रख, मगर फिर भी जीत, हार जाए चाहे जिंदगी में सब कुछ, मगर फिर से जीतने की उम्मीद जिंदा रख, बहना हो तो बेशक बह जा, मगर सागर में मिलने के बाद मिलने की वो चाह जिंदा रख, मिटता है तो आज मिट जाए इंसान, मगर मिटने के बाद भी इंसानियत जिंदा रख. The empathy part of leadership is to know what you are to put yourself in the shoe of others. So the zamir zinda rakhne, insani zinda rakhne ki baat hai, that becomes important, and I think that was talked about very much when we talked about not only your empathy, it is also your ability to bounce back as a leader. That is what needed. Post-COVID, we have seen that how we have fought. Tripathi talked about Mother Dairy. I am proud to be part of Mother Dairy. It's an organization which doesn't work for profit. We were all there on feet during crisis. That is the important point which we should take in mind. So this is the small thing which from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think coming from strength, either cement or milk. I think the key that you mentioned about the meal part of it was also very, very important. I think you heard a whole lot of experience here from successful leaders and different situations different context. I'm sure what I have noted down today is a dictionary in terms of what leaders or leadership should be, and you can pick up anything out of this. And any one track is good enough. There is no leader who needs to be everything. Any one thing, any one track you pick, and just commit to yourself, reflect on that, internalize it, make it yours, and go ahead. And I think that is what leadership is all about. People will see. You need to be visible, but people will see if you're actually exhibiting that in terms of your behavior, the way you conduct yourself, your own values. They will all be reflected in how you behave. And I think, without further, deliberating on what has been already shared now, I'll keep the floor open in terms of asking questions, because you may have certain questions in your mind. You may like to ask any one of us here in terms of explaining if there is anything that we can add to. Last 2 days have been quite a bit of information about leadership. You have heard, you have sensed, you've experienced, you've heard from successful leaders, very successful leaders like Mrs. Bedi and all of us here in terms of sitting who have been successful in their own space. So anyone has any question, please feel free. Shoot your questions. You'll get an arrow back.
It can be developed. Nothing is, when we are born, I think we all are equal, and this is one of my favorite things which I always discuss. While my discussion I use with my MD, that terrorists are not born, they are made. And how leaders can born, they are also made. There was some union issue happening, and so I told them, union leaders are not born, they are made. Something wrong must have been done in the system, and where this conversation started. So definitely it can be developed. I think no one can claim that I have born as a leader, and every year it changes. Very beautifully, the panelist here was placing example during COVID how it changed. I think all in HR can relate that how overnight we change as a psychologist. We were HR managers, trainers, OT specialists, and one night COVID, and we were either a psychologist or a doctor's coordinator. We knew how to operate oxygen cylinder, how to pacify the family who is under distress, how to arrange oxygen for the people who is ailing. So this is a new angle of leadership which was added. So I think change, be the change was somebody who spoke about. Be ready for change, be open for change, quickly, how quickly we adapt. I think adaptability also we all speak about. But yeah, coming back to your question, ma'am, I think it, and I believe in it can be developed. At least I was not born as a leader, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think more than comparing it from the point we were born, I think it's the life experiences that we go through at different stages. That's where the leadership qualities start coming in. The way we observe, the way we ask questions, the way we relate, the way we look at different pictures, comparison. That's the point, according to me, from where the various traits of different kind of leadership style comes up. And of course, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are a corporate employee, we start then experimenting, or we start using those qualities more, and we continue to develop. So I hope you got the answer. And again, I would also like to add my own belief that there's nothing that you cannot learn. It is just that how much do you want to learn? Are you really desperate to learn? So I'm just saying it is inside you, the desire to learn, how much you want to learn, at what stage. You can always learn. Now leadership by others, which is called leadership, I think we should not confuse between a role or a position with leadership. There could be, you have seen, I have seen, many of us have seen, that there are places where position is leadership but the person is not. It has happened.
But that is something which is, again, one has to look at, that there must be something which has thrown the person to that level. And that person himself or herself must be undergoing tremendous internal stress of performing and not performing. But leadership is there where you flow. You just be there. You're just natural yourself because you picked up that skill and you can do it. And there is no age for learning. I can give you my example. I started learning flying at the age of 60.
He's a CPL holder.
So I started learning flying last year, and I said, okay, I can learn flying because there is no age to learning flying. Similarly, anyone can learn anything at any point in time. It's just that make sure you want to learn, and you will learn.
From Bangkok and versus Tata's, that aircraft will be very special aircraft to Bhubaneswar to deliver a talk. Now it's going to be you and I'm going to be there with you. Wow!
Other questions, please?
Organization, which is more important, a good leader or a good team?
But to be more specific, I think, how do teams grow? How are teams created? Ultimately, it's a leader who leads a team, So if you look at Lionel Messi, he is a leader. And I take an example from sports, and he leads this amazing team, and you must have watched them play last night. So what was Messi doing? He was just leading the crew. So while Messi is very important, the team is equally very important. So I don't think it's so complicated. For me, both are very, very important. Not either one of them.
First of all, thank you so much for such a guidance. My question is to Ruchi Sama ma'am, that you were mentioning regarding creating the willingness to work, and you were also giving the example of a home where the children don't obey. And so could you elaborate on that, because the leadership of individual is much exposed at home. That is what I understand. Because in office environment you have subordinate to say yes only. So could you please elaborate on that? I would be very happy to listen.
You're right. We have no guards there. You are what you are. So I'll take a next step. I'll take a different track from here. We have to connect first. Connect at heart level. So with children also, there are certain things you need to connect with. Many times as parents, and I'll say I have learned by raising them up. As a parent, there is certain my preconceived notion, my way of working, or my way of understanding, or my top priorities, or my big motivators may not match with the children. Same happens at the workplace. With the team members, it's not he or she is not same as you are. As somebody was talking right now, that leadership is about the experiences that person goes through. What experiences we go through make us what we are.
We spoke about that we need to diffuse the anxiety amongst people, that they still be employable. So how as a leader we can diffuse that anxiety in our team member or the manpower associated with us?
Thank you, Ashu. Good question indeed. So when I said, I was just quoting that study, which said 7% of the workforce who were surveyed, they felt that way, right? But this anxiety exists. Now whether the number is 37, 20 or 50, that is immaterial. And I think as an organization, as a leader, we have to start working from early days. Now all of us know what is that we want to do in terms of digitization, and digitization is a need of the hour. We cannot live without it, right? It has to be planned in a certain manner in advance, taking people on board. It's like a change management, right? Any initiative, any project that you run which involves change management, we have to follow those steps A, B, C, D, E. We need to explain to the people why we are doing it, what we are doing it, what are the benefits, what are the implications, so that you start lowering the anxiety, right? We do not talk about losing a job. People may expect at some stage, it's fine, right? Some eventualities may be there. But generally, at least in my experience in the companies that I have worked in last 10 years, when the whole digitization rigor has really enhanced, this is not the case with a lot of people are losing the job. People may be losing the job not because of the automation, because the business is not doing well, because there are other challenges that the businesses are facing. I think internal communication, empathy, I spoke about that authenticity, which is very important, that you are true to yourself, to your personality, irrespective of whatever is the pressure that you have in order to do different things. So that is one piece, you lower down that anxiety. The second piece is, which I also mentioned, I believe, during my talk, is how to really create those opportunities where you are giving exposure to the people for reskilling or retraining. That's a very positive move, right? We need to anticipate and we need to put people into that. And the third and the most important thing is, unfortunately, if it comes to a point where somebody has to lose a job, we have to really handle that situation very, very honestly and empathetically, right? There are various examples in the companies, they do it the wrong way. There are very good examples. Suresh comes from the company in Tata. They do it in a very fantastic way. That's also people see, if at all we reach to a point, how do we really manage that exit process. I think combination of all these things really help as a leader to deal with the situation and to deal with it.
I would just like to add to this. I think Mr. Bakshi has very nicely mentioned what exactly happens. One more point is that digitization or digitalization or any technology intervention where you need to switch certain jobs, it doesn't happen overnight. So it wanes over a period of time. This gives you time for people to learn. And I think what is important for people to continue is to learn something new. So learning new skills, because if you look at, while one set of jobs go away, another set of jobs come in. Only thing is, it's mostly area, yeah? So I think this is, we found that there are a lot of people who had low skills in computers. And hence we started off with the program saying that let's do carpet bombing, which is, right? Thank you.
Spent here, I'm from the academia. So you might find my question was a little bit kind of a bridge between academia and industry, but that's what is baffling me. On one hand, we talk about globalization, so there are business models talking about globalization. At the same time, we talk about localization. When it comes to DNA for leadership, it's also culturally rooted, as Ruchi ma'am said, trust and cultural issues. I would like to bring on the surface the issue of societal culture. On one hand, we have a relationship orientation as a society, and the business world, a global world, is seeking much more task orientation. So how does our successful leaders are addressing this challenge or a tension between societal issues and corporate issues? So I want to hear from your experiences.
Maybe I can pick it and then yeah. I think the point you have raised is very, very valid, and I think this has become a, don't talk in terms of what the society and organization, we talk in terms of generation, right? We say that the new generation is learning something different, it is different, and I'm sure many of them sitting here are from that generation, and then there is the next generation which is yet to come and just about to come. There are different set of values that they have picked up because the values in society are changing. Why they are changing is, you can't say this is chicken and egg story, in terms of whether it's because of organizations that the society is changing or because the society, the rest of the people coming into the organizations are changing. So organizations which are cognizant of this fact, they create society and society-like environment within the organization. If you're not seized of, if you're not cognizant, in that case you find a lot of stress in the organization. And that is why there are a lot of things that you have to do, keeping in view all sets of people in the organization. If you look at one of the issues that organizations face today is multi-generation working. And hence the societal stress gets into the organization and creates a stress in the organization as well. Creates a lot of conflict in the organization. How do you handle that? So if there are means, and that is exactly where you see how you create that environment where people have voice, people have openness. You create that space where people can share fearlessly, people can share their views, and there are people who accept that view. They're open to accepting it. In the society, you find they exist without acceptance, and hence that stress. Here, do you create platforms where both can come and share? They may go out without agreeing, but that not agreeing is also one outcome. But it has been heard. They're aware. I think that becomes very important in an organization, and hence you create that environment in the organization through different forums, different platforms, different initiatives, where you bring the society in, and hence there is no coexistence of two worlds. It becomes your existence in the same world. When you cross the boundary, you go out of the organization or inside, you don't feel the stress. You find it is the same. That is why you'll find many organizations have now started going, asking for flexi things and flexi working and the rest of it, because you want to bring that need of the next gen inside the organization as well, and you feel that there is a connect. So you're not moving from one world to another world when you get into the organization. This flexibility in the organization is the key, and that is what I think leaders have to think, and leaders do think, and they create this environment. That's how it is.
Two things which very clearly you see organization picked up, especially after COVID, mental wellness. We are a society where mental wellness is not taken, it's taken as a stigma. I'm diabetic, I am okay to tell the public, but if I have a mental issue or stress, I will not talk about it. I think what society was demanding that time was to come out as Indians, come out on these kind of issues, mental wellness issue. And organizations so well adapted. I think most of the organization now is not only restricted to physical health, it has moved on to the mental health, also spiritual awareness, so that this new generation who is too much too soon under stress can be relaxed, can have their queries, talk to somebody and resolve. Another is the third gender, which is by law it has been accepted in the country. But I would say organization has been more receptive as compared to society right now. Their organization, LGBTQ or other transgenders or whatever has become more open about it. Diversity was not limited to women diversity, has started including not only especially able people, but these genders also. So I think in some way, on one way, yes, organization has to be task oriented, we have to be global, local being global, and why not, we should, as a country with such good population and intelligent mass of population, we must. So obviously inside, yes, the work demands would definitely be there. But at the same time, whatever is happening in society, or what the societal demands are, I think organization is beautifully replicating. These two comes very upfront in my mind. Because in my career, a few years back, even 5 years back, I look at my career, these were not very common things that was talked about or was available in the organization. And now it is, which also gives power to the people working in organization to go out in society and talk about it. Or go out in society and make people aware about it. So I think that way if I can answer or add what Sir was saying.
Right? Oh, one more question. Yeah. Okay, there is one question. I think with the permission of Shalu ma'am. Yes.
Sir, we are from Ipora, so my question.
Good question. Okay, thank you so much for asking this. I think we have been all introduced here as a leader, but at the workplace, I don't think so. We should behave as a leader, right? There was some question that was asked whether leader is important or the team is important. You are part of the team. You may be the senior most, and by virtue of the senior most, you have got a designation, you have got a formal role to given. I think that is the important piece that I always keep in mind. When you are at the workplace, conference like this is fine, right? We all introduce as a CHROs. But when you are at the workplace, you have to be with the team the way they are, right? You have to really think about them and you have to really help them. So one of the things which really motivates me is what are that one or two things, may not be large things, every day that I can help my team to think better, to take decision better, or to feel good, or they go and talk to the other leadership team members or other functional heads, how well they can represent the HR function views and how well they can provide a solution. That is something that keeps me motivating. And the second thing is this. I'm very heart-oriented person versus mind, right? I don't know whether it means I'm less intelligent or more intelligent, but I use my heart more often than mine. And that is also something which keeps me going, because if you are in a position to help someone, if you are in a position to guide someone, if you are in a position to find a solution for someone, at least that gives me a sense of satisfaction and sense of feeling. And that is the second. Thank you.
We can wrap it up now, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, can I ask a little question? It would be a very quick. Actually, I am a research scholar from Ambedkar University, Delhi, and I am here representing the academia, the industry that supply leaders to the organization, and also representing the BBA students and MBA students here. So there will be definitely, as ma'am said, key leaders are made, not born, and also the students that are studying there also not born, and they are, they will be the future leaders. So I just wanted to ask what 3 or 4 qualities that you want to, say to them, so that I can pass also definitely to become a great leader for the future. So that's my question.
Okay, I think you can, which all the participants, including all of us, can pick up from here and go. So I'll start from right side and we'll go here. So let's think about it, and just one quality which you think that today's students who are going to be tomorrow's leaders, what they should inculcate, what should start focusing on. One quality from each one of us that will give them 6 or 7.
Actually, I think in student lives, we should develop the confidence in own. What I am learning and what I have learned, and what I am, so I am the good. ये confidence develop करें और interaction with the leaders like ours. That's helping.
I will continue with my option of trust. Trust in yourself, create trust in others, build the trust, work, home, society, wherever, it's magic.
I'll say 2 things. One is that believe in yourself, follow your passion, and commit to yourself what you want to achieve. Just that. My first message to students whenever I go to these schools is always this: don't expect too much from your first job, right? Your first job is not your destination. Your first job is your first job. There will be a lot of things that will not go your way. There will be a lot of things that you didn't expect yourself to do, but still you have to do. Just learn and learn. Make the best use of the opportunities and the people and the learning that you are getting. And then after a couple of years, then start thinking, believing what is that you finally wants to do. But the first job at times coming from the campus, and especially big campuses, one gets into bad shape. So that is what should be clear of.
I think one, the way you work in a team, the way you interact with your team members, the way you are sensible towards others, that becomes important when you move to your organization.
Great. So I think you wanted 1 or 2. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right?
Thank you.
Great. So thank you very much, and I must thank all the participants for those very, very relevant and pertinent questions that you asked. I would like to thank all my co-panelists here in terms of contributing right from their heart in terms of what exactly DNA of leadership is, in terms of what leadership is in the context that they have seen, felt, contributed. So I'm sure all of you have learned quite a bit in last 2 days, and this panel has also given a few more. With that, I wish you all very, very best in terms of develop your leadership. Now you are in touch with your DNA of leadership. Nurture it further. All the best. And thank you very much, Global Talent, for giving us this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Achan in and Achan P, please be here along with the panelists. I think the panelists really deserve and complimenting each and every back into other events. We have a retreat model again tomorrow, the after, next week. By 24th, Shalu, 24th, you will get a soft copy of the report of entire thing, what has been covered. So you will see your pictures, you will see your contributions, your alternate charts. It will come back to each and every person of yours. And this report and the YouTube should go to the panelists, all the respected panelists. On behalf of Global Talent Company, I really thank you from the core of my heart and salute you for contribution made to this evening and giving them beautiful, wonderful gifts. Suresh, I'm going to pick up the sheet. You carry it with you. Okay, I have a recording. Because this is a wealth of it. This is a wealth of a thing what he did. Actually, there were 6 DNAs going on. There were 6 DNAs going on in just 1 hour. This 1 hour was very, very important. I have no words to express my sincere gratitude, respectability, and the humble way of highway to respecting all our panelists on behalf of Global Talent, India, Canada. I would like to just say one thing. When I was listening to all of them, I am a student of leadership and management. I come back to that word, blood, sweat, tears, with hunger, and romancing with destiny. You are in romance. Keep romancing with your job, keep romancing with your company, keep romancing for your KRA. Nothing is difficult. And you will become a great leader automatically because when you are romancing with your job. 12 किया हक से हमने मिशन 2025 चित्राक्षी सिंह. Yes.
मैम घूम के थोड़ा.
चित्राक्षी सिंह, आइए
मैम साइड से थोड़ा.
दीपांजलि अरोड़ा, दिव्या बहुजा, प्रशांत कुमार, गुरदीप, प्लीज कम फॉरवर्ड, अजीत सिंह.
क्या बताओ? देखिए प्लीज सर, प्लीज दिस सर, यस प्लीज. थैंक यू. नीचे आ रहे हैं. यस प्लीज. यस सर.
जी जी अभिमन्यु विजय, गगन जैन. आइए सर.
थैंक यू.
घूम
जाना. यस भैया. यस सर.
हंसो हंसो हंसो. थाईलैंड में जब हिंदुस्तानी सामने आता है फोटोग्राफर को बेटा हंसो हंसो हंसो. And he's number 1 photographer.
सर थोड़ा साइड.
गगन.
सर थोड़ा साइड.
गगन तो गगन.
यस प्लीज. लिखिए क्या मैम.
Okay, Ashish Chawla.
No.
Ashish Kumar Mishra. And people there. Ashish.
So this side please. The side this. Okay, Jyoti. Okay, sir. Yes, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Aye. Suresh
Yes, please,
Bharwaj. Subhashish. Anshul Gupta. Ritesh Kumar.
Yes, please, look at camera. Thank you.
Ritesh Kumar. Yeah. Jasjeet Singh.
Yes, please.
Ajay
Look
Shahji.
at camera, please. This side.
Oh, Dadona Shahji. This thing. Narendra Malik.
Yes, please. Yes, sir. Look at camera. तेरी सुन आगे नहीं जा पा रहा।
हाँ जी।
एकदम ना आगे आऊँगा क्यों सही नहीं आ रहा। Yes, please.
हरीश कुमार।
Thank you. फोटो साइड से आ रही है।
Sushant Bhandari.
Yes, please, sir.
Pramod Kathuria. Oh, he has been a key share of case study.
Yes, sir. Look at camera.
Yeah. Poonam Yadav.
Excuse me, sir. Yes, please.
Himanshu Chandra. Himanshu Chandra. Anubhav Deep.
Wait, please. Yes. Excuse wait, please. Yes, sir. Look at camera.
Sandeep Raina. Sandeep Raina. Sandeep.
Yes, sir.
Sakshi Agarwal. Sandeep Raina. Yeah.
Please, sir. Yes.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Sakshi Agarwal. When Suresh was president of SRF, every 3 months he was in Thailand. So he knows about Suresh, DK, and so on. Ramesh Kumar.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, look at camera. Thank you.
Sumit Agarwal. Virji Bhatt.
Ramesh.
Yes, sir. Look at camera.
Sanjay Sani.
Excuse me, sir. This side, please. Sir, please.
Dr. Richa Avasthi.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, please.
Sir, Suresh.
Yes, sir. Yes, please. Thank you, sir.
Richa Avasthi. Dr. Shubhra Banerjee. Shubhra Bal. Priyanka Agarwal, ma'am. Kajal Mittal, ma'am. Raghia, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
थोड़ा डॉक्टर किरण बेदी की सर्टिफिकेट मिल रही है आपको कल तैयारी के लिए
Excuse me. Yes, please. Yes, ma'am. Look at camera. Thank you.
संजना अच्छा अब 2 मिनट आपको ये काम करना है
संजना मैम.
Yes,
ma'am.
I want all the panelists to come down with me. Shared wonderful tip of leadership, and your contribution was great. Thank you so much. खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना, कि हर तदबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से पूछे, बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है, बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है, बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है. Make yourself so strong. Your boss will ask, what do you really like? What do you really like? That is what is the essence of leadership. Make yourself like leader. Yes, Acharya, anything you have?
Yes, may I come up there?
Quick, because
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Thought I write it so that I don't get it wrong.
Yes, quick, fast.
Yes.
Agile.
A country that has to take care of 1.3 billion people in a democratic setting with smooth transition through all the turbulences of world-changing order, financial center being disrupted from the city of London going to New York, and now perhaps it might go to Shanghai. World economic order changing, energy prices rising. Can you imagine taking care of 1.3 billion people? I'm talking about a country taking care of 1.3 billion people and still having the time at the policy level to say, let us look what we can do for the rest of the world. It is very touching to know that it is not only the 5th largest economy of the world, and also it is the largest economy in terms of its heart. Compassion, humility, respectable humanity, and putting life before profit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very important for the rest of the world population to know, and that is our Bharat. So, Bharat Mata Ki Jai! Bharat Mata Ki Jai! Bharat Mata Ki Jai!
Leadership and global talent. What do you feel about it?
As far as the global talent is concerned, this is the organization who are nurturing the future leaders. And for the DNA of leadership, this DNA comes from the childhood, and this developed in the practice of leadership. And you are with the team of the global talent. You are nurturing the good future leader, and you are helping them. You are helping the organizations to develop the leader. Thanks for that, for you and your team. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So hi, what was your learning about this program? I would like to know. What are your takeaways?
It was very fruitful workshop for 2 days, and we learned a lot. The main thing that was that attracted us was Dr. Bakshi's energy and Madam Kiran Bedi's speech. It was so inspiring, and though we have heard her before, but face to face meeting her, and it was very inspiring. Then the kind of exposure that we got with all the CHROs and the panel discussion, it was very inspiring and motivating, and we hope that we get more of it in future as well.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hi, Global Talent India team. I am Himanshu Chandra, representing Mahindra First Choice Wheels Limited. I joined the organization 2.5 months back as the zonal head for North and West Zone. And first of all, I am thankful to my boss who recommended me for this training program, and it was really an eye-opener, guiding force for me. Dr. Bakshi, the way he conducted the program, the case studies that he showcased, and that has really motivated me more towards the leadership and how I can grow as a better leader in the automobile industry. I thank Dr. Bakshi and the entire team of Global Talent for this program. And definitely, in the times to come, I would like to recommend this program to other people in my organization, as well as, if possible, to my peers in other industries and other organizations. Thank you very much once again.
Yes, my name is Abhimanyu Gurjar, and I represent KSI Products Limited here. And it was a great experience to learn about leadership. The panel was very good. So overall, it is like a complete dynamic course for leadership. So I think I will recommend this to my other colleagues as well. Thank you so much.
So tell me, from where are you? What's your name?
I'm Shobha Murthy. I'm from Air India. I will be taking up as lead diversity and inclusion.
Great.
In January. So that's my profile coming up. And I was just pulled up and asked, would you like to go for the program? And I said yes.
Okay.
So
What are your takeaways?
First is the fact that, as a leader, it's for me to understand my own strengths and weaknesses even before I go down to my subordinates. If I myself am not clear about what I am,
absolutely,
I will not be able to transmit the positive energy what would be required to my subordinates to motivate them and to bring out the best in them.
Exactly.
As a leader, that's very important for me. And of course, being persistent, being consistent, that's also important. Never give up.
Exactly.
You will get millions of issues in your day-to-day functioning, but as a leader, it's for me to overcome that and help my subordinates overcome that. I always believe in something very strongly, that is, my salary is being paid to me because I am going to take responsibility for the signature that I'm going to put on a piece of paper. It's that salary is for that signature.
Ownership.
It is that ownership, that accountability. Once I sign it, whether it is right or wrong, I am responsible for it. If there is an error and I have not seen it, my bad.
Exactly.
It is not anybody else's fault. So, and as a leader, I should not transmit that negativity down to my subordinate and say, "Tune galat kiya, and this is what has happened." No, I am responsible because I took ownership of that paper.
Absolutely
whatever was
right.
Prepared. That's my takeaway.
Thank you so much.
Signature program and the participants, and global talent. What do you think? How we move forward?
Well, I've known you too well, Dr. Bakshi, so I think you and Global Talent, you're doing an amazing job. And I look at it not as one of your leadership programs, I actually look at it as a service to the society. Because what you inculcate here not only impacts people at a corporate level, but it also impacts people in the society at large. And in these recent times, with the change that we're seeing in the society, with various generations in the same home, in the same organization, I think what we have experienced today and yesterday will do a lot of good, not only to the people out here, but to people whom they are going to go and impact. So thank you so much, and congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you so much. Can you say what has been done last 2 days?
I think first about the Global Talent Company, I think you guys are doing a wonderful job, right? Disseminating learning, knowledge, skills, really motivating people to think beyond their normal course of duty. And the methodology that I saw since I came here early today was really fantastic, involving everyone, right? And reconfirming the key learning is something which is very important. You really make them feel understand. And then to dovetail it with inviting people from the industry and sharing the experiences is obviously is a good outcome. To me, is this your signature program, the DNA of leadership, is a very thoughtful idea, and I think kudos to your team over here, apart from you as the chief mentor. But I think leader is as successful as the team here is. So your team also deserves a lot of appreciation. And I hope this tradition continues, and we hope we continue to add new ideas, new skills more in the future. So thank you and all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. And how do you see, you saw the excitement in the show?
Yeah, I think the program is very important because leadership is something that sooner or later each one has to develop. Leader is not only sitting at the top, but who works at the shop floor, a team leader is also a team leader. So is also a leader. This kind of program helps them to inculcate the qualities of leader, and I've never seen a program where people have imbibed it so well. The way they were, coming out with the important points of what has been taught for last 2 days was really, really heartening to see. I think it is well taught and well engraved in their minds. I'm sure they will practice and make a change in the workplaces they are working. Thank you.
Thanking your leadership and Global Talent Company.
Wonderful program. It's a great program, and especially for a lot of professionals, they get to know about
DNA of leadership, and also they hear from practicing managers, leaders, that what exactly is leadership. And there are a lot of learning that happens and a lot of practical learning. So I would compliment Global Talent for creating a program like that, which is excellent in terms of providing a platform for people to come, learn about leadership and go back to practice it. So wonderful, my compliments. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You saw what we have created.
I think it is ABC of leadership.
Absolutely.
Attitude, behavior, character. What can be better than that? And it was a lovely environment, lovely learning environment, well managed, moderated by you. I love the way it was. It was a very participative program, and I can see that people, the takeaways are immense. A lot of takeaways. I have seen programs when people move out and they forget, but none of them will forget what the 2 days have taught them. So thank you very much. It was lovely being here.
Thank you so much.